6th in the last 7. And at the beginning of the week, Dave, 4 games in 6 days. Mike Sullivan didn't dismiss the possibility that Igor could play all of these games. And lo and behold, here we are, but the production has not diminished in any way, shape, or form.
I think that for Shesterkin, with the efficiency that he shows in the crease and his economy of movement, the way that he plays, he's built to play over long stretches of time. I think when Igor struggled, it's been probably a little bit more mental than physical, because you can see that he gets into a little bit of a clunkier groove than when he is really on his game and sharp. But I also think that just with the way he plays, he's the kind of guy that can handle the workload, especially if he knows that he has to. Right now he knows he does, and these games, all these games, mean a ton right now to the Rangers.
Shout out to Vince Mercogliano, the Athletic, providing the stat earlier today. This will be the 6th time in his career he's played both ends of a back-to-back, and Igor's actually been better on the tail end. He's 4-1 with a 2.41 goals against, .925 save percentage in the second half of these games. So hopefully more of that this afternoon against this Tampa Bay squad. Vinny Trocheck, Dave, been back, has 10 games under his belt now since returning from injury. Yes, the points are starting to stockpile, but what have you seen from a player that seems to kind of have worked off the rust now for missing all that time?
The number one thing that pops at you when you watch Vince Trocheck play is his commitment to playing paint to paint, playing 200 feet. And when you watch the shifts that he plays on a consistent basis, the one thing you notice is that he's always the third guy high. He is always in a good defensive posture. As a centerman, he's got really good defensive responsibility in the offensive zone and certainly in his own zone. And what that does, he frees up his line mates, and it allows Artemi Panarin to play a little bit more on the edge and a little bit more creatively. It also allows Cooley to go to the front of the net, plant himself there, and invest in those hard areas, both net front and net back. With Trocheck, you get leadership. With Trocheck, you get a good penalty killer. You get a good shot on the power play that can play in the bumper and be active. He brings a lot of dimensions, but most of all, he brings a lot of consistency.
All right, Dave, how about the goalie matchup brought to you by the Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt scotch?
Well, a household name in goal for Tampa, that's Jonas Johansson, who will get the start today as Vasilevsky gets the day off. The Rangers beat Vasilevsky in Tampa, and they made him look bad. So maybe Tampa's rolling the dice here to try to get a little bit of a different look. He's been around for a while. He's 30 years old. This will be his 87th NHL game. He's a really big man who struggles with traffic in front of the net. So it will be important for the Rangers to continue their theme of getting pucks to the front. We just talked about Igor. He is in. He's 10-8-2. He's got a 2.45 goals against. He's played 1,200 minutes this year. He'll add another 60 today.
Goalie matchup brought to you by the Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. Perfect balance of American and European sherry seasoned oak casks. 2 worlds, 1 Macallan, imported by Edmonton Americas. Please enjoy responsibly. All right, Dave, it's Saturday afternoon. Some keys. What's it going to take?
I think for the Rangers, and it plays off the theme that Mike Sullivan's talked about, and where the Rangers have had success, score first and score early. There's nothing better than getting to your game quickly at home, and goals usually tend to bring that. Then you get that mindset of, okay, extend the lead. But you got a festive crowd here, holiday weekend. Get on the board early. Tampa's coming in back-to-back on the road. Don't sell them on the fact they have any hope in this game whatsoever. Get on it quick. We talked about the double screen a little while ago, and I think for the Rangers, one of the things that they are starting to establish a little bit more is not only a net front presence, but also getting a secondary screen between the hash marks. And for a big goaltender to have to look around 2 different options to find pucks in the blue line, where the Rangers have been really good getting pucks through, I think that's going to be a factor. And then continuing their theme of playing well underneath the dots, it is really coming together. The more I watch these games back, the more consistency and the more methodology I'm seeing with the Rangers playing below the goal line, below the dots, in the hard areas, and generating success out of it.
See if it happens. 2 good teams playing real good hockey. Should be a fun one this afternoon, Dave. We'll be listening to you and Alex on the call, my friend, as always.
All right, well, it's Thanksgiving weekend. No better time to get 2 points, right?
You said it, absolutely. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
That's all the time for us. I'll talk to you again during the first intermission. Coming up next, Alex Faust and Dave Starman. They've got the call of a little Saturday afternoon hockey between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout. Enjoy the game, everybody.
This has been New York Rangers game night. Rangers hockey is coming right up on the MSG Radio Network.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Frenier battling hard behind the net, centering Panarin, scores! Artemi Panarin!
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Panarin for Trocheck up top, Zibanejad scores! Mika Zibanejad buries it on the power play.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Centering pass to Boris. Oh, a big glove save by Shesterkin. Rewind that one and hang on to it.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Now here's Dave Starman, and with the play-by-play, here's Alex Faust.
From Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan, this busy holiday stretch continues for the New York Rangers. Today, second half of a back-to-back for the Blue Shirts as they host the surging Tampa Bay Lightning. Great to be with you once again. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you at the Garden. The Rangers coming off a convincing win yesterday, Dave, in Boston against the Bruins. Got out to a 4-0 lead. So many things going right. Maybe a little bit of a bobble early in the third period. Mike Sullivan calling a timeout. Not happy with the Rangers conceding a couple of goals to let the Bruins back in. But on balance, that had to be one of the most encouraging wins, coming off perhaps the strongest win of the season Wednesday in Carolina.
Absolutely. So they approach today's game with a ton of confidence. And I think that we can take a look back at yesterday's game. A couple things stand out. Number one is, you and I talked about it on the air, I like the fact that despite falling down 2-0 in the third period as just a period score, they came back to tie the period. I think that lets them walk out of there feeling a little bit better. Mike Sullivan talked about the fact that the Rangers should be angry that they let Boston back in the game, but at 4-0, there's some human nature involved in that too, and I do like the message of there's a standard to play to. Forget the score, and I know that's tough to do as a player, but forget the score. You've always got to play for the next goal. That mindset is what wins championships.
All right, so the Rangers pretty much keeping the same forward groups intact.
There is one change on defense, however. Will Borgen will draw back into the lineup. It's good to see him back. He's been skating with the team for quite some time, managing an upper body injury. This will be his first game since November at 18th after missing 7 of the last 8.
Saw him after the game yesterday, said, I cannot wait to get back in the lineup just to burn off what I ate Thanksgiving Day. So, but he looks good, he feels good, he's ready to get back, and he and Carson Soucy, to me, have formed a really good second pairing for the Rangers on a consistent basis. They've been a really good 200-foot pair that can move pucks, defend pretty well, and play the minutes that are needed behind Fox and Gavrikov. They've been an important part of a lot of the Rangers' success when they've been together.
So for the Rangers, Connor Sherry will be scratched for the 3rd straight game. Urho Vakanainen the same, and Scott Morrow is bumped out of the lineup with Borgen returning, pairing with Carson Soucy. The Rangers looking for their 4th straight win. How about the Tampa Bay Lightning? They've won 6 in a row, going for 7 here today, coming off a 6-3 victory against the Detroit Red Wings yesterday. 2 goals from Yanni Gourde, a goal and 2 assists from Darren Radish. Of course, it is the meeting of the Radish brothers here. More on that as we go along. Andrei Vasilevsky started yesterday. It'll be Jonas Johansson here today. But this is a Tampa Bay Lightning team, Dave, that is still without their top 3 defensemen. Braden Point will miss his 4th straight game, seeming to be limping along personnel-wise. And yet every year, the scouts for this Tampa Bay team seem to find some diamonds in the rough, and they are one of the hottest teams in the league.
Maybe while I was laughing, you were talking about the Radish brothers. Normally, and you'll get this, the only time you ever see 2 radishes together, you're making chicken soup, right?
There you go. Yeah.
So, but the thing that I like about Tampa is their consistency and the simplicity. And you mentioned the guys that have been out. You mentioned their ability to find players that are off the beaten path. But what Tampa has done, and it started right around the time we were in Tampa early in the season, is that John Cooper didn't like the way this team was playing. So what did he do? He took out the loosey-goosey, casual start of the season mindset and put them into playoff mode very quickly. Since that happened, other than the hiccup to the Rangers, this team has been great. 8-2 in their last 10, 7-2-2 on the road. They had an awful start, but this team right now may be playing as the best team in the NHL.
Yeah, no team has more victories, and that includes the Colorado Avalanche, who, of course, they've run away with this regular season race across the NHL right now. But no team in the NHL has more victories than the Tampa Bay Lightning. 14-3 since October 25th, the most wins in the NHL over that span. Yanni Gourde had a really good quote saying, our mentality has been defense first lately. Where we heard that before, of course, the Rangers have been trying to focus first on defense. It'll be Jonas Johansson in goal, making his 7th start of the year, facing Igor Shesterkin, who will start back-to-back days this season for the first time. Last year, that happened twice. The first time it happened, he allowed 4 early goals against Buffalo, got yanked, started the next day, and then a really strong outing, a shutout in Columbus, started the next day, and seemed to be okay after that. The Rangers being mindful of his workload with Jonathan Quick still out injured. Mike Sullivan giving an update on his progression. He skated once again here today. They're evaluating his progress, but Dylan Garand will back up once again. It's the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning here at the world's most famous arena, and it's just about time for a puck drop. Let's head downstairs to get tonight's opening ceremonies underway.
And here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome back Grammy Award-winning baritone John Brancy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave? the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, John Brancy.
All right, just about set for action here on a Saturday afternoon at Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Opening puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Chris Schlenker and Eric Furlan are the referees. Dan Kelly and Matt McPherson are the linesmen. They get together at center ice. The Rangers put their starting lineup over the boards, and it's a line that's generated a lot of offense, a lot of chances for them lately. Noah Lava, Johnny Brodzinski, and Brett Berard to start with Carson Soucy and Will Borgen on defense.
Would not surprise me if the Rangers try to establish this line and Carrick's line early as momentum lines, as ground game lines, and then let the big boys start to go to work offensively. It's always great when you got a couple lines that can get in, put pucks deep, tenderize the beef a bit, and set up the next group for success.
Tampa Bay, the top team in the Atlantic Division. The Rangers, just a handful of points out of first place in a crowded Metropolitan Division. We're underway. The Rangers skating from right to left in this first period. And Brett Berard shoots the puck around the boards to the far side in the Tampa zone. 2 hour left. And Neil Lilleberg banks the puck off the near boards. Connects with Pontus Holmberg through center. Drop pass, Yanni Gord. He's been hot lately. Shoots off a leg. Rangers collect near wall.
Good shot block early by Carson Soucy.
Brett Berard to flip the puck into the Tampa zone. Lightning regroup. Mentioned they are still without their top three defensemen. No Ryan McDonough. No Victor Hedman. No Eric Chernak. They're also without Braden Point for a fourth straight game. And yet Tampa Bay has won 6 in a row entering today. Nikita Kucherov overskates in his own zone. 11 points his last 5 games entering the day. JT Miller skates to stick. Red line. Unable to advance the puck further. And it's Brandon Hagel to rattle the puck around the boards to the near side. Miller on his backhand. Scoots it to Mika Zibanejad. A couple of power play goals yesterday. He'll advance it for Lafreniere up to the far wall. Miller wraps up Darren Radish. Puck comes free. To the right point, Fox slides it across Vlad Gavrikov. A touch pass that eludes the grasp of Zibanejad. Behind the net, Lafreniere battling Anthony Cirelli. Loose puck, far corner, Miller and Radish. And Hagel along the half wall jars it free. Tampa Bay control.
Good early start for the Rangers. Get a couple of shifts in deep. Get a couple of pucks pinned in. And obviously get all their personnel on the ice. I like the way it looks so far as the Rangers have decided to play as much as they can underneath the Tampa defense.
J.J. Moser drawing some cheers from the Garden crowd before advancing the puck up the near boards. And it's Gord to bank the puck ahead, not very far. Vincent Trocheck recovers the puck in his own end. Cross-ice pass from Matthew Robertson out of the reach of the intended target. And Robertson for the near half wall will try again. Outletting for Panarin. Artemi unable to get that through the neutral zone. Zemgus Girgensons, longtime Buffalo Sabre, knocked it down. Advanced up the far wall by Braden Schneider. Rangers have gone through their full rotation here. And back over the boards comes the Lava line. Brodzinski and Berard in tow. Lilleberg advances it on left wing for Char-Edouard Dastu, who's been a tremendous story for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Journeyman, and he's emerged to become a key role player for Tampa Bay. Steve Santini, right point, former Devil. His shot is blocked in traffic. Rangers carry it out. Berard locates Lava up the middle and flipped out wide to the right wing for Brodzinski. He'll pursue in the far corner against Declan Carlisle, the rookie out of Merrimack College. And it's taken away by Tampa Bay. Santini will lead the rush near boards, hard around, connecting with Jake Gensel. Shouldered off in the far corner. Will Borgen, good to have him back in the lineup for the Blue Shirts. Step up from the blue line, Gage Gonzalez with Nick Paul on the near boards. Paul harassed by Soucy. It comes to Moser. His shot from the blue line carried away to the far corner. Jake Gensel walks out, goal line, near side. Shot blocked by Lava. Soucy passes up the far wall, not enough on it. Paul cranks a slap shot top of the left circle. Pad save Shesterkin, got to the rebound as well on Moser, and now Radish holds it in. A push from Tampa Bay here. An extended shift in the attacking zone. Hard around to the near side. Darren Radish holding from the point. Looking to establish more of a forecheck here as he sends the puck around the boards. And the very large human Curtis Douglas, 6'9", 242 pounds, 25 years of age, a waiver wire pickup from Tampa Bay. Moves it to the near boards, and it squeaks back out to the neutral zone.
He is an oak tree with arms. I mean, he was just a massive humanity when we saw him in the Tampa Bay dressing room when we were down there.
Dastu, red line, banks the puck deep. 4 minutes complete, no score, Rangers and Lightning. Bolts have 2 shots on goal. The Rangers have yet to get one to Jonas Johansson. A.T. Miller barreling in on the forecheck, lowers the shoulder against Lilleberg. 1 out in the end, along with Dastu. And the Lightning break it up. Cross-ice pass Dastu, near side, hands it off. Kucherov, top of the right circle, wrist shot, stick save, Shesterkin, rebound cleared out.
Kucherov's timing is just so good. He held on to the puck long enough to allow Hagel to get to the front of the net for what was almost a really good tip.
Here's Hagel on left wing. He'll softly play the puck behind the Ranger net. Tie up as Cirelli is canceled out by Gavrikov. But the puck turned over. Kucherov, high slot, shot, partially blocked. Loose puck, juggled in front of the net. Shesterkin pokes it to the near corner. Turned around in the near corner is Santini. That was juggled briefly in the low slot. Shesterkin held his water. And the Rangers will advance the puck out of the zone, but they have iced it here in the opening 5 minutes and change. 4 shots for Tampa Bay, none for the Rangers.
That was some stop by Shesterkin and a really nice job by Kucherov. Rangers got a little lazy and a little lackadaisical with the puck in their own zone. Borgen got out-fought in front of the net for a secondary chance as Tampa really kept the pressure on. Moser jumping in to make another play. It was rare that Lava's line got pinned in yesterday. They did just now.
Rangers clear the zone after the icing, getting it back in front of their bench. 2-a-side scrum develops. There are 3 Rangers, 1 Tampa Bay Lightning skater, and it's moved back to the Rangers zone, but they'll be able to make a partial change. Still some tired legs out there after the icing. Minute 28 for Gavrikov, and Robertson stuck out there. Robertson, a high lift on the backhand, not far enough, glove down, but it will, I guess, get trapped into the equipment of Declan Carlisle. Gloved the puck, and I think it wound up in his hockey pants. So we get a whistle. Rangers will finally be able to get their full change. 6 minutes played, no score, Rangers and Lightning.
A moment ago, we saw a good shift out of Steve Santini. Originally a Devil, he's a Long Beach, New York kid. That's where he grew up, played junior hockey there as well. Really proud to see him continuing on in his NHL career. He played for us with the New York Apple Corps in his junior days. Comes from a great hockey family. Dad played at the University of Maine, and his grandfather, even in his 80s, still playing men's league hockey. Just good hockey people from a great hockey town, Long Beach, New York.
Raiders win the B-zone draw. Far dot, outlet, up the far boards. Brodzinski deflects it deep. Collected by Darren Radish. They'll move the puck up the middle. Turn to the corner, Pontus Holmberg. And now Gergensen's charging down the right wing. Circles around the net. Hands it off on a cycle for Gord. Up to the point. Moser wrist shot. Stick save. Shesterkin. Bouncing puck behind the goal. Gord angles it to Radish. Right point. Radish fluttering wrist shot wide. Stick side to the far corner. Morgan comes together with Moser. Walking out. Gergensen's backhand shot. Stick save. Shesterkin. Loose puck. Rebound off his pad. Lifted over the goal by Holmberg. In tight. Oh, the Rangers dodge a bullet. It was an open 6x4. And they'll ice the puck here. That was a sure goal, but Holmberg lifted it over top of the nets.
What a save by Shesterkin. The Rangers are on their heels here as Tampa has come out on fire. You would think for Tampa it's the home game. Jorgensen's with a shot. Shesterkin had to move to his left side to make it. Then he has to keep inching his way over to make a secondary save on Holmberg. Big mess in the crease. We talk about broken plays. This play was not only broken, but shattered, and the Rangers were scrambling to find traction in the crease.
And they're still scrambling to get personnel after icing the puck. A minute-long shift. They'll finally gain the red line and get it deep. They have been under siege Outlet pass from the Lightning. Gonzalez has his stick lifted at the red line by Schneider. Bumped along, and now Will Cooley will leave the puck, allowing the Rangers to break it out. Trocheck, rink wide. Panarin back across. Cooley dangled his way around Jake Gensel, but couldn't keep the handle. Now it's Panarin walking to the corner. 1 against 2. Passes for Cooley. Back behind in the Lightning zone. Cooley rotates to Schneider. Right point. D-to-D Robertson left side. Wrist shot. Missed the target. Stick side. Karam's off the backboards. And a stretch pass. Gensel in on a breakaway. Gensel missed the net. Well, the Rangers got caught, and Gensel was cherry picking. Had a breakaway and missed the target as the Rangers have iced it for the third time.
What a pass. And what an opportunity for Jake Gensel. Just a long home run pass. And Gensel picked it up just outside the Ranger line. Shesterkin was in a great spot. Gensel's a left shot. He drifted a little bit towards the left of center of the net. And that allowed Shesterkin really to hold his ground, force Gensel to go across his body and miss the net.
Quick up from Tampa Bay after the Rangers had cleared. Kucherov feathers a pass in front of Hagel. And it's picked up by Cirelli. Blindly to the middle on the backhand off of Kucherov. Skirts to the blue line. Radish a shot. Knocked down. Cirelli point blank. Saved by Shesterkin with a goal stick. Best save of the game. Cirelli from point blank range.
Gavrikov is a little banged up. He took that shot a little bit up high. It might have hit the inside of his arm. Looks, it's almost like he's got dead arm.
Gavrikov trying to gut it out. Cirelli forced back to the red line. Robertson changes. Gavrikov unable to change himself. Hagel rolls it to the right wing corner. Kucherov canceled off the puck by Fox on a stick lift. Rangers break it out. Lafreniere over the red line. Cross corner dump it. Miller pursues. Left wing corner. Banks it. Lafreniere centering pass. Away from Zibanejad. Away from Gavrikov. And all the way down.
Beauty of having a goaltender that can move the puck is you get into a play like that where you accidentally ice it by yourselves against your own goalie. You can come out, move the play right back up ice.
Gavrikov looking to bank this puck ahead. He locates Carrick at the attacking line. Still has been unable to change. Minute 15 now on the shift for Gavrikov. Santini, as we approach 9 minutes played here at the Garden. No score, Rangers and Lightning. Rangers still don't have a shot on goal. The Lightning have 7. And even that doesn't reflect the quality of chances in the early going. Santini on a reverse to the far corner. Carlisle, hard pass, up ahead, deflected at center, icing waved off. Rangers get to the puck behind their net. It's Soucy to skate it forward. Soucy connects with Borgen, right wing. Borgen, a big hit, open ice on Gonsalves as Carrick gains the line, left wing, leaves it for Soucy. Out of a waffling shot, gets to goal, and a little bit of a Bronx cheer from the Garden crowd as the Rangers finally break through with their first shot on goal of the game. It comes 9.5 minutes in, but still, the Rangers have weathered the storm. Igor Shesterkin on his game, and the Rangers and Lightning have no score. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. It's Week 13 in the NFL, and we have a big matchup in the AFC when the Steelers host the Bills. And it's time to separate the pretenders from the contenders.
The mentality of the Denver Broncos. We do our job, we'll have a chance to get off the field at the end of the game or make a play. That's who we are.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997. We're all in Hockey Town.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help. Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness. Vernon and Roy. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments, NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction, and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux scores! It is back!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Jurgensen's got one of the great hockey nicknames, the Latvian locomotive. Jurgensen's. Gavrikov shoots wide off the end boards, bounces out in front, broken stick. For a Tampa player, it's Dastu will be handed the stick from Jurgensen, and Dastu will fire the puck out off the far boards.
Rangers with a good chance on a crazy play as the puck came off the end boards and nobody saw it.
Jurgensen rolls one behind the Ranger net. Gavrikov throttles his man to the end boards. That's Holmberg. Rangers can break the puck out. Panarin at center, leaves it for Cooley. Cross-ice pass in front of Trocheck. He'll track it down in the near corner. Trocheck, long feed back to the blue line, trying to connect with a streaking Lafreniere just under his stick and back down.
Rangers need a change. So Lafreniere taking his time just to make sure that change gets out, and they can attack with numbers. Panarin with a really nice pull-up in the neutral zone, trying to hit Trocheck on the fly.
A.T. Miller pass into his skates, far boards, and only dumped the puck in. Darren Radish unable to clear. Zibanejad near corner got a piece of it. But Tampa Bay finally able to break it out. Hagel gains the red line, floats one cross ice in front of Kucherov. Handled by Soucy. Bounces one back to the neutral zone. Zibanejad and Hagel come together. Tampa Bay comes away with the puck. Kucherov leaves it. Radic, touch pass. The Hagel shot tip, score off the skate of Carson Soucy at the net front. Brandon Hagel has the goal, and after all that pressure, gets a friendly bounce. Tampa Bay leads 1-0.
Well, as the old expression, you have to make your own luck. Tampa has been really good. They put the work ethic in, and they finally get rewarded for it on a little bit of a broken play. Tampa with a great regroup in the neutral zone. Kucherov comes in, dingle-dangles, gets the puck to the middle of the ice, and that shot that came through off the skate of Soucy. Rangers have had all kinds of trouble getting out of their own end. Conversely, Tampa has gotten out of their own end with relative ease, and to me, that is the reason why this game is standing where it is. Tampa able to get up the ice very quickly.
Next 5 minutes, Dave, feel kind of critical for the outcome of this game, given where the Rangers are at.
Well, a couple of things. One is the coaching staff's got to find something to sell them between periods that they're doing well, because right now they don't have anything other than Sturkin being great. And number two is the Rangers need to find their legs. It's like they're skating in quicksand right now.
Santini with a shot that ramps off a stick and into the protective netting. 8:53 to go, first period. The Tampa Bay Lightning with a 1-0 lead over the Rangers here at the Garden. We'll step aside. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry, oak, or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. 8:53 to go, first period. The Rangers trailing the Lightning 1-0.
Shesterkin has been brilliant. As you and I were just talking about, there's something about holiday home games, especially in the afternoons, a little bit out of your rhythm. People in town. For Tampa, they went into Detroit last night and dismantled the Red Wings and are doing the same thing with the same kind of start they had last night.
Face off in the Rangers zone. I mean, the Bruins yesterday looked very much like the Rangers do today. Could not get out of their own way as the Rangers win the D-zone face-off. Airborne outlet for Panarin, was waiting at the attacking line. He stood up by Bjorkstrand. Tampa Bay unable to clear. Puck bounces back out to center. Could be a 2-on-1 here. James steps up. That's Dominic James flashing across to the nearest circle. Waits for support. Gensel. His shot blocked by Cooley from a high slot. Gensel, far half wall, flutters a pass out of the reach of Oliver Bjorkstrand. Sent up the near boards by Emil Lilleberg. And it's James who threads the needle back for Lilleberg. He's able to keep the zone. Puck on edge, just stayed on the blue line. Played to the far corner. And the check applied by Gavrikov on Bjorkstrand. But then a recovery from Bjorkstrand to cancel Trocheck off the puck in the neutral zone.
Tampa is just a step faster. They're taking ice away really well. They're moving pucks north really quickly. They're very sharp. You know what's interesting, and I learned this as a great lesson as a coach early in my career. Remember, we had a team coming in to play us, all banged up. And the head coach started the meeting and said, okay, let's talk about this team. And one of the guys was like, yeah, they're missing a lot of guys. And the coach like, and that's the reason they just got more dangerous, because now you're focusing on who's not in the lineup and not who is. I think a lot of teams took Tampa lightly with some of the star power that's not in their lineup. And all they've done is just continue to fill holes, play simple, play fast, and score with the guys that are in the lineup.
Brodzinski behind the Lightning net. Slides the puck up the near wall. High lift from Gonzalez back to the Rangers zone. Braden Schneider hustles to get there and braces for the oncoming Curtis Douglas. Rangers have the puck back. Cross-ice feed. Schneider leading the rush on right wing. Schneider shoots well wide of the target. Karam's off the backboard. Rangers taking a partial shade. Gonzalez wins out against Brodzinski along the end wall and goes cross-ice for the clear. Santini, chip and charge into the left wing corner, into the Rangers zone, finishes the hit on Schneider. Rangers get to the puck on the backboard. Hard rims Zibanejad, fires across ice. Here's Lafreniere, enters right wing, stops, squares it up. Zibanejad fires, top of the right circle, blocked. Loose puck, gets to goal, and a big save by Johansson with the left pad with traffic approaching. Rangers on the reload in the neutral zone. Miller, right wing. Rattles the puck around to the near side. For Zibanejad. Steers it back to Miller behind the net. Miller, angle pass. Gavrikov touches it across. Fox delays. Shoots, looking for a stick. Gavrikov fans in tight as he activated down the left wing boards. Gavrikov ties up with Cirelli. Tampa Bay unable to clear. Zibanejad, stutter step out of the corner. Checked by Moser. Puck comes free. Lafreniere bodied up by Moser. Rattles to the far boards. Miller's pass disrupted and cleared by Gensel.
Gensel did a really nice job on Adam Fox. They were playing cat and mouse with each other up on the Ranger right point. And Gensel never took his eyes off Fox to make sure that Fox couldn't get involved in the play. Unselfish defensive work by Gensel.
Here's Girgensons up on left wing. Circling the net. To the near corner, Girgensons pass to the point. Radish, D to D, nearly rolled away from Carlisle. Kept it in left side. Flips it back behind. Gord shields from the oncoming Adam Edstrom. To the point, Radish shoots off a stick to the end boards. Now Gord, near corner, goal line, passes. Radish jukes to the outside. Carries it all the way below the goal line. Darren Radish, poked free by Gavrikov. Recovered in the far corner by Holmberg. He'll swing it around to the near side. Gord. For Carlisle, back across. Girgensons off the post from the mid-slot. Unmarked in between the circles, and the Rangers dodge a bullet with him drawing iron.
Girgensons outweighted Shesterkin, who gave up about 2 inches as the shot was starting to develop. And Girgensson used it to try to go over the glove side, and the Rangers get lucky with a pipe.
Tampa Bay Lightning skating circles around the Rangers right now. 5 minutes to go, first period. Rangers get a steal. Neutral zone. Cooley enters with Panarin. Now Trocheck left circle. Panarin on the exchange. Bounces it off the backboards. Trocheck. A pass for Schneider. Half wall, right side. Shot blocked in front. Panarin knifes it down through the traffic. Swings it out towards the front. Blocked out of the zone. No, stays alive. Bounce to the blue line. Kept by Schneider. Panarin will draw a penalty. Slashing will be the call on Dastu. Rangers have the puck on a delayed penalty as Shesterkin is at the bench. So the Rangers finally getting a bit of zone time in the attacking end. They'll get the benefit of a delayed call here.
And the Rangers do the little things that they need to do to draw a penalty. Good, low, hard work shift by the Rangers to draw this one.
Jorgensen is granted possession in front of the Tampa Bay bench. And a slashing call on Charles-Edouard Dastu will send him to the penalty box and send the Rangers to the power play when we come
51 Tampa Bay. 2-minute minor penalty. Slashing.
Be sure to tune into the Rangers' first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Power play for the Rangers next, trailing 1-0 late in the first here at the Garden. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Rangers to the power play, trailing 1-0. This was sorely needed. A slashing minor on Charles-Edouard Dastu, and the Rangers to a man advantage that has been much, much better. Over the last 12 games, 39% the best power play in the NHL over that span.
The Rangers have been just really solid on the power play. It's been simplicity, it's been shots, it's been screens, and they have made their own luck.
They win the faceoff. Trocheck, blue line, out wide. Panarin, right circle. Fed Miller, goal line. His touch pass looking for a man in the bumper was unsuccessful, and the puck played with a high stick. Faceoff will come out of the zone.
And it's when you take a look at it, we had a stretch where you look at the Rangers power play over a 5-game span, 2 for 13, 1 for 15, 4 for 8 in their last 5 in 10 minutes of power play time. 17 shots. I mean, that is high-level efficiency at a time most needed.
Right, at the end of October, the Rangers power play was 13%, ranked 30th out of 32 teams. They are now up to 13th in the league. Trocheck wins a faceoff just outside the Tampa line. Rangers go east-west with a pass for the entry. It jumps away from Zibanejad, allows Cirelli to walk out, floats one, looking for Hagel, knocked down by Miller, and Miller recovers the puck, quickly clearing. It is Trocheck, rink wide from Miller, near boards, checked upon entry. Puck comes free, Zibanejad, hard rim, Panarin collects far boards, and then it's knifed away from Trocheck, kept to the line by Fox, who shot it wide. Zibanejad near half wall. For Miller, back around to the half boards for Panarin, far side. Gets a touch pass from Fox. Passed it. Miller at the doorstep. Save Johansson with his pad. And it's taken away by Hagel. Hagel steps up through center. Hagel drifts out wide, kills some clock, absorbs a hit from Fox.
Rangers on the entry, get into the zone, didn't get into it clean. still managed a good play to get the puck down low. Tampa has just been really good in the middle of the ice. They're taking the guts of the ice away from the Rangers. 5-on-5, 5-on-4.
Brodzinski enters right side. Checked by Carlisle. Stays with it. Now Lafreniere goal line. Centers. Stick lifted on Brodzinski. Fox steps up with a shot. Stick save Johansson. Rebound goes back out to him. Fox to Brodzinski. Top of the zone. Out wide Fox. Half wall. Passes Lafreniere in the corner. Lafreniere drifts behind the net. Stops. Opens. Angles it back to the line. Fox across for Panarin. Middle blue line. Now Brodzinski across for Lafreniere. Setting up in the bumper. It jumped off his skates.
With Brodzinski's shot, I probably would have shot because he's got the ability not only to score from where he shot the puck, where he passed the puck from top of the circle, but make some chaos happen if he didn't.
Final seconds tick away on the Dastu minor. The Rangers without officially, for now, a shot on goal. I thought one got to Johansson, and he may be credited with a save later, but the Rangers unable to capitalize on the early power play here. Final 2 minutes of the first period, and it's still 1-0 Tampa Bay. Outlet pass deflected in by Nick Paul into the left wing corner, but we have a whistle here as perhaps Paul did not get a touch on it, and they say it was iced by Tampa Bay.
Now let's remember this yesterday. Boston had that really bad first period, but when they came out for the second period, while the Rangers were good, Boston was starting to gain some momentum as period 2 went on. They wound up in all kinds of penalty trouble, but for the most part, they start off. Remember we talking about that 7 or 8 minute segment where the Bruins are really starting to control play. If you're a Ranger fan and a Ranger coaching staff, you hope that takes shape in period number 2 here.
Rangers rim the puck around in the Tampa zone. Lightning clear. Gensel cross-ice feed. He had a hit ahead to Kucherov. It's picked off at the red line by Taylor Reddick and sent around the board. Ferraro pass back to the far wall. Borgen on the pinch. Puck stolen by Gensel. Rink wide. It's Kucherov leaving the zone. Enters the Rangers' end. Kucherov swings it to the point. Moser D-to-D. Lilleberg left side. Hard pass. Gensel. Tight turn in the corner against Borgen. Back to the left point. Lilleberg. Across from Moser right side. Kucherov. Top right circle. Fires. Glove save by Shesterkin on the wrist shot from Kucherov. 11th shot of the period for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Still just 1 for the Rangers, so that chance that got close to net for Johansson never apparently reached his pads. The official scores are usually on top of it. They use video to augment their scorekeeping. 1:06 remaining in the first period. Face off to the left of Igor Shesterkin, and he's playing on back-to-back days for the first time this season, and only the third time in the last 3 years. JT Miller against Anthony Cirelli. Cirelli flinched early. He'll be kicked out. Brandon Hagel in to take it. And Hagel, the lefty shot against the lefty shooting Miller. Rangers get reorganized to the side of the draw. They stack to the middle with Schneider, Soucy, and Lafreniere. Rangers win it cleanly back with Miller on the draw. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Kept by Hagel. Tossed it right to the skates of Soucy in the mid-slot as we reach the final minute of the first period. Zibanejad to steer the puck deep behind the Tampa net. Johansson moves it quickly. The pass jumps away from Bjorkstrand. He recollects. Cirelli gets it beyond the red line. No further. Rangers lob it back to the Tampa end. Settled by Dastu. Now Bjorkstrand up the right wing. Bjorkstrand enters the zone. Charges down to the goal line. Applies the brakes. 1 against 2. Puck comes free. Trocheck sweeps it up the far wall. Chipped out by Will Cooley. And it'll be Darren Radish for Tampa Bay to dump it back into the Rangers zone. 20 seconds left in the first period. Rangers down 1-0. Vlad Gavrikov rifles the puck around the board. Captured back of the goal by Trocheck. Centers. Panarin turned and fired on goal. Save Johansson. 5 seconds left. Shot left point. Gavrikov. He missed the net. Fox now for the half wall. Shot it into traffic. Gavrikov will run out of time to get a second look. But the bid for Panarin at the net front, his back turned to the goal, spun around, and got it quickly to net. Johansson kept his stick down, and the puck raised off his right pad. Perhaps the best chance of the period for the Rangers, but it falls by the wayside after the save from Jonas Johansson. He only shot He only saw 2 shots on goal in that period. 20 minutes in the books here at Madison Square Garden, and the Rangers with a 1-0 deficit against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. First period in the books. Tampa Bay 1, Rangers 0. Stay tuned for the first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Dan Grossa in our Hudson Square studios right after this. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
You've got the dopest 90s hits.
On 90s on 9.
From boy bands to girl groups.
If you wanna be my lover. From ballads to bangers.
Hosted by iconic former MTV VJ Downtown Julie Brown.
And Grammy winner singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb.
90s on 9.
Channel 9. And listen at home with the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 14th, 2010, the Philadelphia Flyers join an exclusive club, the Hard Way.
History made in Boston tonight. The Flyers defeat the Bruins 4-3. They are the 3rd team in NHL history to come from behind after trailing a series 3 games to none.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
He's beat Rocket the Sharks record. 9 points in the game, 5 goals, 4 assists. Hitler benches. 10 points. That's a new record. As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers intermission report. Now, here's Dan Grossa on the MSG Radio Network.
And it is time now for the Rangers' first intermission report. It's brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Dan Grossa with you, 20 minutes in the books at Madison Square Garden. Not the best of periods for the home team thus far. Now, the encouraging thing is that the Rangers find themselves down only 1-0, but it certainly could have been a lot worse, especially when you consider shots on goal in that opening period, 11-2 in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Rangers did not record their first shot on goal till almost the midway point of the opening period, and then it was just a little bit past the midway point when the Tampa Bay Lightning finally got their first goal. And Igor Shesterkin has played well in that opening period, and the only one Tampa Bay got past him was some inadvertent puck luck, which went their way. Brandon Hagel gets credit for it, his 14th of the season at 10:53 of the period from Darren Radish and Nikita Kucherov, and it was a Hagel blast that deflected off of the skate of Carson Soucy and past Igor Shesterkin. Not much the goaltender could do in that situation, but Hagel got now a goal in 5 consecutive games, and at that point, 10 of the first 11 shots on goal in this hockey game belonged to the Tampa Bay Lightning. With the secondary assist there, Nikita Kucherov extends his point streak to 9 consecutive games. He's got 16 points now in 9 games, so he is playing some outstanding hockey. And the Rangers, we spent some time talking about it in the pregame show. The Rangers, when they score first, 11-2 on the season. Well, when the shoe is on the other foot and the opponent scores first, Rangers just 2-9-2 coming into action today. They got some help from the equipment as well later on in that period as Zengus Girgensons ended up hitting a post. Jake Getzel earlier in the period was freed on a breakaway attempt, but he shot the puck wide of goal. So all in all, I think the Rangers probably feel a little bit fortunate that they're only down 1-0. They had one power play opportunity in the late stages of the period, but could not get anything going with the man advantage. And remember, this Tampa Bay penalty kill, the best in the National Hockey League. So all things considered, down 1-0. Feel fortunate to be in the position they're in on the scoreboard, considering they only were able to manufacture 2 shots on goal, and Tampa really controlled the pace of the play in that opening period. Still a lot more for us to do here on the New York Rangers Tri-Honda Dealers First Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League. We'll also get an update on the status of Jonathan Quick as well. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never give up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed. And 12/125.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Rangers. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Rocco's in NoHo in Manhattan for a Sun Cruiser. Available during every game. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Dan Grasso back on the Rangers First Intermission Report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. 1-0 Tampa Bay over the New York Rangers. Brandon Hagel, his 14th of the season. 10:53 into the opening period from Darren Radish and Nikita Kucherov. Let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard on this Saturday in the National Hockey League. 10 other games on the slate. None of them have gotten underway just yet, but momentarily they'll drop the puck in Colorado, where the Avalanche will play host to the Montreal Canadiens. Colorado 9-0-2 on home ice, one of 2 teams in the NHL, along with New Jersey, that is yet to lose in regulation at home. They're also 12-0-3 in their last 15. Just an incredible streak of hockey that the Avalanche are on right now. Remember, only the one regulation loss the entire season. Montreal, meantime, looking for a 4th straight win. They're 3 points shy of this Tampa Bay team for top spot in the Atlantic Division. Elsewhere, a little bit later this afternoon, Seattle plays host to Edmonton. The Oilers winless in 4 of their last 5. Seattle is winless in back-to-back games. They're 3 up on Edmonton in the Pacific. Tonight, the Devils will entertain the Philadelphia Flyers. Jersey looking for a fourth straight win. They're 9-0-1 at home. Philly is 4 back of the Devils, and they'll be looking for a third straight win. Detroit travels to Boston in an original 6 matchup. Red Wings have lost 3 in a row. Boston winless in 4 of 6, and they're a point up on the Wings. Toronto is in Pittsburgh to take on the Penguins. Toronto is winless in 8 of their last 10. They're just 2-7 on the road this year. Pittsburgh trying for a third straight victory. Nashville will entertain Winnipeg. The Jets have lost 4 in a row. Nashville, the fewest points in the NHL, despite winning back-to-back games. Utah travels to St. Louis to battle the Blues. The Mammoth have lost 2 straight games. St. Louis, 4 back of Utah in the Central. Buffalo will be in Minnesota to take on the Wild. The Sabres, last in the Eastern Conference standings and just 1-6-2 on the road. Minnesota trying for an 8th consecutive victory. They currently have the longest active winning streak in the National Hockey League. Later on tonight, Vegas will be home for the San Jose Sharks. Golden Knights winless in their last 4. San Jose just 1 point of the Golden Knights. And Vancouver will be in L.A. to take on the Kings. Canucks are winless in 7 of their last 9 games. L.A., meantime, just 2-4-3 on home ice. That is your look at the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League on this Saturday afternoon. Our score is 1-0 Tampa Bay over the New York Rangers. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6A to 7P. Subscribe right now and stay locked in. ESPN New York is on YouTube. So Igor Shesterkin making the start again this afternoon for the New York Rangers. It's his 4th in the row, 6 in the last 7 games, including both ends of these back-to-back, really getting the bulk of the workload here in the early going. And a contributing factor to that, of course, is the absence of Jonathan Quick, who is sitting out his 4th consecutive game today, lower body injury, although Quickie has been skating and a return could be in the near future. Earlier this morning, when he met with the media, Coach Mike Sullivan offered this update on Jonathan Quick, and perhaps if we could see young Dylan Garand possibly get into some game action.
We're going to manage it accordingly. Quickie's on the ice right now, so he has been on the ice the last couple of days. We'll see where it goes. We wanted to get through this week, and we'll see where Quickie's progress makes, how much progress he makes, and then we'll make a decision on where it goes. What I will tell you, Dan, is that we're very much aware of Shesty's workload. You know, I think to this point in the season, we've done a fairly decent job in managing his workload between him and Quickie, so that when you get in situations like this, if you have to lean on him a little bit, you know, we believe we can and he's capable. But obviously that's not something long-term that we're comfortable with. And if it requires moving other guys in there, then we'll make those decisions at the time.
And we told you in the pregame show, today the 6th time in Igor Shesterkin's career that he's playing both ends of a back-to-back, and his numbers have actually been better in the tail end of the consecutive games. He was 4-1 with a 2.41 goals against and a .925 save percentage, playing the back end of both back-to-back situations, and so far so good in that opening period. Hope it continues out here for the next 40 minutes. Time now for this date in New York Rangers history. On November the 29th, 1962, Andy Bathgate registered his 229th career goal as a Ranger, breaking a tie with Bill Cook to become the franchise's all-time leading goal scorer. Bathgate added 2 assists. Camille Henry recorded 2 points, 2 goals, and an assist. And Gump Worsley stepped all 35 shots he faced to earn a win and a shutout as the Rangers defeated the Detroit Red Wings 5-0. That is this look at New York Rangers history. 'Tis the season for giving back with the Rangers Toy Drive presented by Lexus. Donate a toy online for your chance to win Rangers prizes. Visit NewYorkRangers.com/joy to donate today. Let's pause 10 seconds and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
1-0 Hull. Tampa has the 11 of the first 13 shots on goal in this hockey game. The Blue Shirts 2-5-2 this season when trailing after one period. Tampa, on the other hand, 9-3-1 when leading after 20 minutes. And this Tampa Bay team comes in playing very, very well. Winners of 6 consecutive games. If you go all the way back to October the 25th, they have won 14 of their last 17. And you're thinking about missing some key contributors. Braden Point, Victor Hedman, Ryan McDonough. Those guys have been sidelined for a while, but the Lightning keep racking up points. Rangers are going to have to come out with their best effort here in period number 2 and beyond. And this has been the Rangers First Intermission Report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. I'll talk to you again during the second intermission, but coming up next, we'll send it back to Alex Faust and Dave Starman. They've got period 2 for you. Lightning lead the Rangers by a score of 1-0. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Let's focus on what matters.
The push for the fantasy football playoffs is on.
Doesn't matter where we are right now. We got to make the postseason, and ultimately we got to win the league. If you don't make the playoffs, what's this all for?
The experts of Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio are here to lead you to fantasy football glory.
His floor is higher. I'll take the higher floor as opposed to the higher ceiling.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
NHL Morning Skate.
Eric Tulsky's the general manager in Carolina.
Are you still a team that looks to go big game hunting via trades?
It's very easy as a manager when you have a good team to get conservative. Just let it play out and hope for the best. And that's not our philosophy here. We don't want to just sit back and call it good enough. We want to keep looking for ways to make the team better.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stiller. Weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
How over the line to his father, son to father, back and shot, they score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
We welcome you back to Madison Square Garden. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Getting set for the second period of action. The Rangers, boy, it was almost like the tryptophan was on a time delay or something. They sleptwalked through that first period. The shots 11-2 in favor of the Lightning. But we'll see if their fortunes can turn around here. No carryover penalties into the second period as the Rangers will skate from left to right. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Second period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Well, Dave, where do you think the spark comes from? Where do you think the turnaround comes from after a first period the Rangers would like to forget?
Hopefully a lot of what happens in period number 2 is a lot what we talked about, and that is finding your traction after period number 1, get that out of the way. Okay, now let's go. But I think for the Rangers being not a high-volume shooting team, it's a matter of putting pucks towards the front of the net to try to create that greasy goal to get the crowd into it.
Kind of a quiet atmosphere here at the Garden, but the Lightning dump the puck into the Rangers zone. Soucy checked by Holmberg, and the puck squirts to the net front. Holmberg reaching out, couldn't reel it in between the circles, but Aaron is on it, and the Rangers reset. Here is Artemi Panarin. Going rink wide, Trocheck, left side, slots it into the corner. Dastu receives on his backhand. It bounces to Cooley, centering for Trocheck. From in between the hashes, just couldn't get a clean shot. Trocheck, half wall, rolls it to the corner, captured by Lilleberg, and it'll be lifted to the blue line, knocked down by Fox, just below the shoulders, so no high stick, and he'll shoot it back in off the short glass.
Going to yesterday's game, half of the Rangers' goals from their last 5 have been blue paint presence goals, and that's got to get reestablished here in period number 2, owning the net front.
Fox, hard pass, D to D, Gavrikov, half wall shot. Bounces off a stick and then the tall glass. And they say it did reach the protective netting, so play is stopped. A minute 13 into period number 2. Still 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Rangers 5-on-5, not really able to generate much in period number 1. And one of the reasons why was Tampa Bay and their ability to move the puck as quickly as they had. They got out of their own zone very quickly. They were getting up ice very quickly. They were in transition quite a bit. And the Rangers were just flat-footed, not able to connect a lot of passes. But when you're getting pressured all over the ice, it is really hard to play this game. And Tampa, great job taking away time and space.
Sent around the boards in the Tampa end. To our right, Adam Fox, hip-to-hip with Brandon Hagel. Puck pops free, rattles around and out. And will be chased down by Vlad Gavrikov in his own end. Sends it around the boards to the near side. Fox outlets, neutral zone, deflected ahead by Zibanejad. Johansson out of his net to play it. Officially only 2 shots on goal for the Rangers in the first period. J.J. Moser enters left wing, sends a shot well high of the net. Bounces off the back glass to Darren Radish at the point. D-to-D Moser, left side, centers, Hagel double clutch. Shot it wide, glove side, didn't miss by much. Miller shoulder to shoulder with Darren Radish. Wins out. Flips it across. Borgen will wire it around the boards. And now Kucherov receives in his defensive zone. Feeds Moser this way. Back across Kucherov on a breakout pass. Kucherov up the right wing. Kucherov enters, stops, shoots off a stick. Gensel picks it up behind the Ranger net. Checked hard, near corner by Borgen. Still managed to pass it to Kucherov in the left circle. He missed the net on a wrist shot. Santini holds from the blue line, gets a return pass from Kucherov, and one times the shot from the high slot wide. Gensel centers, Cirelli onto the back, Carlisle across, Kucherov right side, rather that is Santini. Cycling now with Gensel, Santini and Kucherov now cycle. Kucherov shoots it from the left half wall, puts it wide of the target. Gensel for Kucherov in the corner, his pass broken up by Soucy, kept by Carlisle, left point. Hands it off Gensel, left circle. Center point, Santini. Shot, sprawling block by Berard. But the Rangers hemmed in once again. Period of the long change as well. Brodzinski will intercept the pass to the point and bank it out.
It's interesting because the Rangers are a really good second period team, which is a testament to their detail. You don't get scored on a lot in period number 2 with this long change. It means you're not getting pinned in a lot. And if you're not getting pinned in, it means that your fundamentals on your small game are really good.
The Rangers still struggling to escape their own zone. And it's Taylor Radish knifing down a puck in the neutral zone. He'll stash it deep into the left wing corner. On it is Sam Carrick. Tried to square it up for Edstrom. Stick tied up by Dominic James, the rookie for Tampa Bay. One of those reinforcements called up lately. Schneider, right point. Wrist shot blocked. Loose puck chopped at by Carrick. Low slot. And it's sent back out by Tampa Bay.
Any chance that Jake Gensel feels he's got an opportunity to get behind the Ranger defense for a home run pass, he's taken it. He has been flying.
James carries it through center, darts to the far wall, slips it back behind. Bjorkstrand walks out, tight turn on Schneider, centered for James at the net front, didn't hit his stick. Moser steps up, left circle, shot missed. Second effort from Darren Radish on a pinch. Blocked to the end boards, penalty on the Rangers. It's going to be Matthew Robertson holding Dominic James behind the Ranger net. And Tampa Bay will head to the power play here in the opening 4 minutes and change of the second.
Really nice play by Tampa down low. Does he pick up the call?
Rangers minor penalty holding.
Tampa establishes low ice like the Rangers have been doing well lately, but just not today. And Robertson all over Dominic James. James is an absolute bull. He is thick. He is strong. He's got a great stride. And he just muscles his way past Robertson to draw this penalty.
So the Rangers shorthanded here, and Tampa Bay will have their first power play of the afternoon. The Tampa power play 1-for-1 yesterday against Detroit. They've been bottom third of the league a good chunk of the season. You can understand why with all the personnel that they're missing. As Gensel is in to take this face-off against Trocheck. On a false start, we'll do it again. Sticks down, puck drop, Gensel wins it. Radish, blue line, wires a wrist shot high and wide. Gensel checked off the puck behind the goal by Gavrikov. Dug free by Cooley to the blue line, kept by Radish right point. Across Bjorkstrand left side. Radish to Kucherov. Touch pass Bjorkstrand. Radish up top. Rising shot. Blocker down by Shesterkin. Loose puck collected by Borgen, and he clears.
When you move the puck station to station as quickly as Tampa Bay did, and they got the puck really humming, that shot from Radish from the center point, it's only a wrist shot. It's not hard, but it's dangerous because you've got the Rangers constantly adjusting to where the puck has been moved to.
Tampa Bay enters. Radish for Bjorkstrand left side. Back to Radish, walking the blue line. Bjorkstrand once again turns away from Zibanejad. Bjorkstrand connects with Gensel, goal line. Back to Bjorkstrand, back to Radish, blue line. Rotated around the clock for Kucherov. Across Bjorkstrand, one-timer, didn't miss by much. And it skirts away from Radish, trying to keep it in. A minute remaining on this Rangers penalty kill.
Morgan Gavrikov been out there for a while since this thing started.
On the reload, here comes Nick Paul up the right wing. Paul darts to the middle, stick check, puck comes free, Zibanejad clears.
The other thing about Tampa, moving the puck as quickly as they have, when you're moving the puck that fast, you have no time to attack any triggers because the pass is being received clean. Now, once it's eyes up time, you can't pressure as well as the penalty killing team. So good job by Tampa to keep that puck alive and moving.
Lightning enter the zone. Final 25 seconds of their power play. It's James goal line, hounded by Soucy. Up the far side, touch pass Kucherov to Dastu, back across, and it's knocked out of the zone. Here comes Radish in a foot race with Dastu. Radish able to muscle Dastu off the puck, walks to the net front, toe pad save by Johansson. What an effort by Taylor Radish. 2 seconds left on the power play. Cirelli down the middle with James. Centering. Cirelli puts it right on. Left pad save by Shesterkin. Well, the Rangers with a big penalty kill early in the second to keep it 1-0.
I think they get a scoring chance out of it. They got a couple little looks at it from down low. At least they got something now. Get them excited.
Rangers force the puck back to the neutral zone. We've played about 6.5 minutes in this second period. Rangers trail the Lightning 1-0 here at the Garden. Holmberg carries it to the goal line, exchanges it with Yanni Gourde. Back to Holmberg. He'll settle it down. Pontus Holmberg, a pass kicked away by Panarin and collected by Trocheck. He'll lift it in. Bouncing puck. Johansson closed the 5-hole. Trocheck tried to circle the net to get a wraparound chance. It rolled away. Kept left point by Gavrikov. Back to Fox. Now Gavrikov down low. Trocheck, a one-timer high and wide of the net. I beg your pardon, that's Panarin who missed the net with that shot, setting up for the bottom of the left circle. Just tried to tuck it in, short side high, but missed the target. So we have a stoppage with 12:45 left in the second period. The Rangers trail the Lightning 1-0. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
You know that feeling when the perfect song comes on while you're driving? We made a whole channel out of that. Road Trip Radio, packed with songs that always hit. You'll have the windows down and volume up before you know it. Road Trip Radio, channel 301 on most radios and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Under review.
And stop making excuses for bad goaltending. And is it bad? Is it horrendous? If you don't win because you don't make a save or two, yeah. The nature of it is the goaltender is responsible for 90% of the action. He's got to stop the puck. Why do we keep making apologies for goaltending? Stop it.
Under review with Mick Kern, 11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Madison Square Garden. Rangers trail the Tampa Bay Lightning 1-0, and that shot counter still well in favor of the visitors. 15-2 unofficially. Sticks down, puck drop, face off of the Tampa zone. Rangers win it. Shot for the center point. Gavrikov blocked wide to the near corner. And it's bounced out by the Lightning. Jurgensen's one hands it deep up the right wing into the corner. He'll give chase. Dig the puck out of the corner. Hounded by Gavrikov. Jurgensen's second effort. Chips it for Yanni Gord. Knocked the stick out of the hands of Fox. Collected by Destu. Return pass Gord. Now blue line. Right side. Lilleberg zips one wide with a wrist shot. Destu collects out of the corner. Back to Lilleberg. One-timer save. Shesterkin. That puck got to goal through a maze of bodies. Fox for Trocheck. Enters. Trocheck drifts out wide. Steers it back behind. Cooley for Panarin. Checked by Destu. Panarin digging for the puck. Chips it for Cooley. And he's wedged off of it by Holmberg. Cooley stays with it down to one knee. Somehow able to win the puck out of the corner. Fed to Schneider at the point. He'll exchange out high with Panarin. Walking across. A slap pass down low for a redirect by Robertson. And Trocheck couldn't get it on target. Trocheck walks out. High slot. Trocheck waiting. Firing glove save by Johansson. No further play.
Trocheck was way deep into this shift over 2 minutes. Couldn't get off the ice. And the Rangers now will get a full change. But Trocheck did pretty well towards the end of that shift. And just trying to keep pucks alive. Good little pass down low. He had a great tip on the net. Johansson with a big save. And then Trocheck shows a little energy to reload. By the time he finally got that last shot on, he was more just trying to put that to the net than score, hoping for a rebound. And Johansson was able to glove it and hold it for a faceoff.
And Jonas Johansson in net for Tampa Bay. 7th start of the season. Andrei Vasilevsky's gotten the bulk of the work. Igor Shesterkin making starts on back-to-back days for the first time this year with Jonathan Quick still injured.
And he looks great. Shesterkin's been a story of the game for the Rangers.
No doubt. Shot, blue line. Darren Radish hit a man in front. And the Rangers carry it out. 4-on-2. Lafreniere decides to rim the puck around the boards. Johansson out to meet it. And Tampa Bay quickly counters. Stretch pass. Hagel gets behind the defense. Hagel drives to the net. Deeks to the backhand. Left pad save. Rebound score. Hagel picks up the loose change. Shesterkin did all he could. But Hagel off the breakaway. Deeks to the backhand and follows up the rebound to make it 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Rangers get caught flat-footed again after an offensive flurry. This time it's Hagel. Gensel's been sneaking behind the decor. Rangers threw one in, tried to establish a forecheck. Tampa moved it quick. Hagel jumped behind the D. First shot, brilliant save by Shesterkin with the left leg. Shesterkin played this beautifully. Borgen put great pressure on him. Hagel just stayed with it, had all the time in the world, and pops it in for a 2-0 lead with 11:03 to go.
For Brandon Hagel, it's his team-leading 14th goal of the season. A 5-game goal-scoring streak for Hagel, his 7th in a 5-game span.
When he had some success early on in the season, reporters were asking him about it, and he joked. He said, hey, you know something? I might still have it.
That's it. Coming off a career-high 35 last season. As this puck hops into the Lightning bench. 2-0 Tampa Bay as we near the midway point of period number 2.
If you're the Ranger coaching staff right now, you got a couple of things that you're facing because you've hit the crisis point of the game. Do you go down to 3 lines and it's the 3 lines that are going? Do you just roll your 2 big lines for a while, hoping that they just, no pun intended, catch lightning in a bottle? That's really your option right now. Shortening and going with your 9 best, or going down to your top 2 lines for a while and just letting see if their skill can take the game over.
The Rangers have been caved in from the drop of the puck seemingly in this game. Neutral zone faceoff won by Tampa Bay. Rifled around the boards by Carlisle, collected by Fox. They'll stretch it ahead. Berard tried to reach Laba in stride down the left wing. Tampa Bay gets a stick to it. To the near boards, Berard slings it to the corner. Brodzinski leaves it for Laba. He's checked along the corner wall by Santini. To a side scrum. Puck jarred free. Brodzinski chips it to the far boards. He's shaken loose by Gonzalez. Tampa Bay able to get the Rangers to back off as the Rangers needed a change. outlet to the neutral zone. Curtis Douglas stashes it in on right wing. Rangers look to counter. Brodzinski up the near boards. Softly plays it to the corner. Pursuing is Trocheck. Beaten to it by Darren Radish. And he'll connect with James for the exit. Gensel up the far boards. For Bjorkstrand, half wall. He tried to whip it across. Blocked down before it could reach Gensel. From the point, Radish shot tipped. Saved Shesterkin with his skate. And then another one pinball to goal from the near circle. Shesterkin got his left pad to it. Now Schneider to carry it in over the line. Left it for Trocheck. Rink-wide pass for a pinching Robertson. The defense starting to get activated for the Rangers. Schneider holds right point. Hard pass around the boards to Cooley. They'll leave it in the corner. Panarin up the middle. Robertson on his backhand. Top of the right circle, playing on his off wing. One hands it down low. Trocheck picks up the loose puck. Feeds Panarin far corner. Two tight turns, pivoting. Deking Radish out of his skates. Flips it across the seam. Cooley had the double clutch with a puck on edge. Had to settle it. Wound up being blocked by Bjorkstrand in the near boards.
Rangers always a second later. It's the mark of a tired team.
Skate to stick. Soucy holds it in to Panarin. Back to Soucy. Left circle. Shot blocked out of play by Dominic James. And we have a stoppage with 8:44 to go in the second. Rangers in need of some shifts to be stacked together in the attacking zone. They trail the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-0 here at Madison Square Garden. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc. New York.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com, saving lives drip by drip.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Alex Mouse, Dave Starman here with you at Madison Square Garden. Rangers trail the Lightning 2-0. Face-off in the Tampa Bay end. 8:44 to go in the second.
Winning some draws would be certainly on the Rangers' bucket list right now. They're 65% in the game. All one draws lead to possession, but they're just playing like a team that has played through a really long stretch. They just are playing tired.
Rangers have won 13 of 20. Miller gets kicked out. Zibanejad wins the faceoff cleanly. Miller, blast from the high slot block. Opportunity for Fox. Right point. Shot gets to goal. Right pad save, Johansson. Out of the corner, it's Lafreniere now. Circles the net. Lafreniere indirectly feeds Fox. Right point. Fox rolls one to the circle. Here's Miller for Fox, charging into the circle, and his shot doesn't reach goal. Blocked. Second effort as he twirls one to net from a sharp angle. Blocked as well. And now Zibanejad, right side, well away from the goal. He fans on the initial shot. Zibanejad tries to flip it around the boards. Charged after by Lafreniere in the far corner. He's met by Dastu. Rangers hold it in. Gavrikov left side. Gavrikov flips it around for Zibanejad. His attempt to pass to the middle, blocked down. Lilleberg checked it. Fox half wall. Leaves it for Miller. Starts into the corner. Swiped away by Cirelli. Miller gets it back. Jams it to goal. Frozen by Johansson for a faceoff.
Dastu lost his stick, and Hagel gave him his stick. Dastu plays a little bit of a longer stick than Hagel does, and Dastu looked like he was walking around with a golf club out there for a while, but he still made a good stick play down low. That's probably the Rangers' best shift of the period, they got the defense activated. They got 2 or 3 looks at the net. And now it's a matter of building on this. But Rangers won that last faceoff clean, and they couldn't get a shot to the net immediately.
I'm reminded of something Mike Sullivan told us this morning, Dave. The Rangers still need to learn how to play their grind game.
Absolutely.
They're trying to build it right now. Here's Soucy from the point, lobs a shot off a stick to goal. It's caught by Johansson.
You know, it's interesting. This is a game where you miss a guy like Rempe a little bit, because with him, you just never know what's next. Like, he could be just big and strong and physical. He could be net front tipping a goal, but he also brings you that element of, all right, you know what? It just might be time to get the guard dancing and drop the gloves.
Face-off win for Trocheck to the far boards. Moser steals it away from Panarin, boxing him out. Tampa Bay to carry it up ice. Jurgensen's caught on the back check by Borgen, who finishes a hit in the near corner. Panarin banks it off the backboard. Morgan got to the puck. Jurgensen's the steal. Jurgensen holding, whips it around the wall. Darren Radish holding left point, goes D to D. Moser having to charge down the boards. The puck away from him. Trocheck clears only as far as the red line. Darren Radish angling the puck up the far wall. It's out of the reach of Holmberg. Tampa Bay has iced it with 7:05 to go in the second. Rangers still trailing 2-0.
Guys, looking around the NHL at the differences between power play goals scored for, power play goals scored against, and where the shorthanded goals factor in for Tampa, they're +4 right now. 13 power play goals, 9 against. They've got 2 shorties, 4 and against. The average in the league is about a -2 right now, and the Rangers are at -2.
Rangers send the puck in. Moser hit hard by Berard, who seemed to get the worst of it. He's shaken up, a little slow to get to his feet, and he'll get back to the Ranger bench now.
And Moser, for good measure, just fell down on top of him just to make sure he was not feeling good.
Might have gotten rolled up on. Keep an eye on Berard on the Ranger bench. Paul ties up with Robertson, defensive zone for the Rangers. And now it's Schneider to work the puck up the near wall. Brodzinski banks it ahead. Edstrom will take it. Feed Lava on right wing. Lava pursues in the corner. Left it for Edstrom. Looking to start a cycle. Edstrom, a little late in arriving. Douglas got to him. Finished the hit. Tampa Bay airs it back to the Rangers zone. 6:10 to go in the second. Rangers down 2-0. It's Radish entering right corner now. Radish battling along the half wall. Carlisle got there. Radish one out, rimmed it around. Shot Edstrom, left circle, gloved by Johansson. As a crowd forms outside his goal crease, and we have a stoppage of play. 5:56 remaining in the second period. The Rangers have just not been able to generate much of any offense. They're being outshot 19-7 for the game. We'll step aside here at the Garden. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The road to MLS Cup continues with the conference finals on Sirius XM-FC. In the East, Cinderella side NYCFC battled Leo Messi and Inter Miami.
Fantastic from Inter Miami!
Then out west, San Diego FC and the Vancouver Whitecaps fight to reach their first MLS Cup final.
San Diego FC have blown the roof off!
It's the MLS Conference Finals tonight at 6 Eastern on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 10th, 1982, the Miracle on Manchester. Game 3 heading into the third between the heavily favored Edmonton Oilers, who were up 5-0 over the underdog LA Kings.
Shot by Evans, he's going out! The Kings have taken the lead in the series. They came from behind to win in overtime, 6-5.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
To Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Game here at the Garden.
I had the honor of broadcasting the first one. That was really cool, broadcasting a college game here at the Garden.
Always draw a wonderful crowd here. Saw plenty of red jerseys outside with fans, some of whom are taking in both games here today.
And that was a good old-fashioned ECAC rivalry from the waybacks before Hockey East was formed.
The Rangers with the puck in front of the Tampa Bay bench. Tampa Bay holds it in the attacking zone. Dastu walks in, shoots right to the breadbasket of Shesterkin. Boy, did he have a lot of room. Charles-Edouard Dastu. An unlikely story for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They seem to find these guys all over the place. Undrafted, signed by the Toledo Walleye of the ECHL in 2019. Undrafted, started his career there. Then that didn't work. Although he won the Defenseman of the Year in the ECHL that year, he wound up going to Finland. Certainly probably got paid a little bit better there than in the coast. Won the Defenseman of the Year in Finland, then went to Sweden, won the Defenseman of the Year there, then comes to North America. Guess what he did in the American Hockey League?
Won the Defenseman of the Year.
Same thing. All 4 of those stops. And he has found his way onto this roster. And John Cooper was telling me prior to the game, preseason, he just opened a lot of eyes. This pass from Hagel pinballs off a skate nearly towards the Ranger goal, picked up out of the corner by the Lightning, but a pass deflects out of the zone.
He's a good skater. He's got nice hands, but the thing with him, he defends fearlessly. Tight gaps, real good stick, and just excellent reads off the puck from the blue line.
Radish holding the puck in, blue line for Tampa Bay, rims it around behind the goal. Cirelli ties up with Soucy. Soucy off his feet. Hagel, net front, shot in tight. Shesterkin got the glove to it, and it bounds back to the blue line. Radish tried to pass down the wall, picked off by Trocheck. Now Panarin to step up through center. Panarin guarded tightly by Kucherov, leaves it for Cooley. Nice pass in traffic. Cooley tried to return it for Panarin, crashing on the back door. It's knocked away. Cirelli to gain the red line and roll it in down the near boards.
Frustration starting to show on the Rangers. Every play that doesn't work, you're starting to see a lot of head shaking. Things are just not connecting. Players moving pucks out of scoring chances. Players rushing to the net, not saving ice. You're just seeing all the hallmarks of a team that's not thinking the game.
The Rangers have won 3 in a row coming into the day. Coming off their 11th road win on the season. That's the most in the NHL, but still just 2 here at home. And that's been a recurring narrative for this Rangers team is their struggle to put up points here, let alone win games at the Garden. Braden Schneider pounding Dominic James in the far corner. Rangers zone, 2 hour left. 3:45 remaining in the second. Rangers trailing the Lightning 2-0 here at the Garden. Noah Lava ties up near corner, pushes the puck up the near wall. It's Brodzinski shielding from Carlisle. Rangers look to break it out. A short pass from Schneider goes awry, intended for Brodzinski. Finally, second effort, lifts it back to the Tampa end.
In some of the home games where the Rangers have lost, they've looked good for stretches and just couldn't score.
Yorkstrom right on. Big rebound from Shesterkin. He fumbled it, tried to trap it to his chest protector.
In this game, there have not been many moments that they've looked good.
Rangers able to get to the loose puck, and it winds up in their bench as a bank pass up the far boards. It winds up hitting a man on the Ranger bench. We got a stoppage of play. 3:09 to go in the second. Still, the Rangers trail 2-0.
Tampa Bay has controlled the possession for 53% of the game. When you look at the Rangers' offensive zone time, it's 8 minutes so far out of the first 37. They have established some zone time, but not a ton happened when they had the puck inside the blue line.
Dumped in, far corner for the Rangers as Paul is on it, flipping it for Gonzalez. And the Rangers are unable to gain the zone with any possession. Again, guys will have to duck on the Ranger bench. Look out, David Quinn down there. Mike Sullivan also had to duck out of the way as this puck winds up in the Ranger bench for another whistle.
Talked about the Rangers Coaching staff, Boston area guys, all got a chance to get home. The funniest thing was watching everybody scatter when the plane landed in Boston. Like David Quinn jumped on one bus so he could get to the cargo area to meet somebody. Joe Sacco gets to the hotel, starts walking up the street to grab an Uber to go home. Like everybody was just spreading out in different directions to get home.
Mike Sullivan told us that they had an unusual family gathering in that they didn't actually have any Thanksgiving-themed food. They went to Kowloon, a famous Chinese restaurant on the North Shore of Boston. Here's Adam Fox, right circle. Fox delays, fires, scores! JT Miller parked on the back door, may have had the last touch. Fox from the right circle fired a wrist shot aiming for Miller, and it bounds its way into the goal. The Rangers are on the board, and they've cut the lead down to 1.
You and I talked about it, Alex. They needed a greasy goal to get this thing turned around a little bit, and all Miller did was plant himself in the front of the net. Adam Fox has been good today. He has been diving down off the line. He's been throwing pucks to the front of the net. He gets a pass from Zibanejad. He's got all kinds of space outside the dot lane. His original pass hit a stick on the way to the net. And then as it followed through, once again hit something in front and went in. But Miller causing some havoc certainly helped that goal happen.
Ricocheted off his skating in for Miller's 7th goal of the season. And all of a sudden, despite the Rangers being caved in this game, it's a one-shot game. They trail 2-1 with 2.5 to go in the second period.
I think it hit the stick of Curtis Douglas as it was coming towards the net, which changed its trajectory a little bit.
Shot left point off the glove of Johansson as Moser spills out in front. Cooley knocked him off his feet. Centering past Trocheck, aiming for Panarin in the mid-slot, knocked away. Puck played out of the zone by Tampa Bay. Gloved by Cooley, center red line. Looking for a quick up with Soucy to roll the puck to the left wing corner. Cooley and Holmberg come together. Barreling into the scrum is Trocheck as he jams for the puck. Pops free to Cooley, left wing circle with Soucy nearby. Exchanging with Panarin, dancing in goal line. Shot, short side, save Johansson. Finally, Tampa Bay able to skate it out. Jurgensen's and Holmberg in over the attacking line, down the middle. Pass, Moser, left circle, rising wrist shot gloved by Shesterkin for a halt to play with 1:33 to go in the second period. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's JT Miller from Adam Fox and Mika Zibanejad at 17:31. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a 2025 Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Just the 7th shot of the game, unofficially for the Rangers. They wind up with their first goal, and they trail the Lightning 2-1. Tampa Bay, remember, has won 6 games in a row coming into the day. The Rangers trying to put that winning streak to an end. Rimmed around the boards and out. Brandon Hagel wins a foot race for Tampa Bay against Vlad Gavrikov as he digs for the puck in the near corner. Miller joins the scrum. Kucherov now joins as well. Miller wins out as he wedges the puck away from Kucherov, and Lafreniere airs it back to the Tampa Bay zone. Final minute of the second period. Outlet pass Cirelli, red line, unable to deflect it deep. Quick up from Tampa Bay. Rangers changing. Kucherov, right side. Morgan gets a piece of him along the board. Cirelli swoops in to pick up the loose puck. Beats Kucherov. Top right circle. Hands it off. Radish. One-timer blocked wide of the corner by Lafreniere. 33 seconds. Sent around the boards. Kucherov. Far hashes. To the point, and James. Back for Kucherov. In the circle. Stick handling. Across the seam. His pass deflected before it could reach Radish. Radish serves it to the near corner. Gavrikov upends Hagel, slow to get up. It's going to be a penalty on Gavrikov. Interference with 18 seconds left in period number 2, and the Lightning will have a power play in the closing stages of the second. Here's the call.
Rangers 31, minor penalty interference.
Now they're going to call it on Shesterkin, not Gavrikov. Yeah, Shesterkin wandering out of the side of his net, wound up tripping Hagel. Gavrikov had already gone by him in the end. Those two were locked together at the net front. Shesterkin trying to be a little sneaky with it, stuck out the leg, tripped Hagel, sends Tampa Bay to their second power play. 18 seconds left in period number 2. Rangers trailing 2-1. Face-off, near dot. One of the near boards by the Lightning. Paul walks behind the net. Feeds Kucherov in the circle. Up top, Radish, one-timer. Bad save, just Sturkin. Rebound swept out. Radish back at his own blue line to get it. Radish fires it up the middle. Deflected in by Kucherov, and that will take us to the end of 2 periods of play. A minute 42 will carry over into the third period for the Lightning on the power play. But at long last, the Rangers have a breakthrough. And it was a greasy goal. J.T. Miller on the back door, just locking sticks together and parked himself in a hard area, wound up redirecting the puck home to get the Rangers on the board. The Blue Shirts trail the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-1 after 2 periods of play. Stay tuned for the second intermission report. Dan Grassa in the studio will recap the stats through 2. We'll get another check of the out-of-town scoreboard. That is all on the way next. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Rangers. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Rocco's in NoHo in Manhattan for a Sun Cruiser. Available during every game. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and 12/125.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit peerlessboilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
This is the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
And we welcome into the Rangers' second intermission report. Dan Grassa with you. Well, Lightning had a 1-goal lead after the first period of play, and they still have a 1-goal lead after 40 minutes of regulation, as each team putting a goal on the scoreboard in that middle frame. And for a while there, it was looking as if Tampa Bay was going to be in firm control of this hockey game. Brandon Hagel has been the star of the show for them this afternoon. He gets his second of the day at 8:57 of the middle period and his 15th of the season to give Tampa Bay a 2-0 lead. Nikita Kucherov and Darren Radish have assisted on both of the Hagel goals. So Hagel is fourth multi-goal game of the season, his third in the last 5. And Kucherov now 17 points in his last 9 games. He has his 11th multi-point game of the season. Second straight multi-point game for Darren Radish, the brother of the Rangers' Taylor Radish. So the Rangers, not much cooking offensively, down 2-0. We get to the late stages of that second period, and then they're able to manufacture a goal. And when things are not working for you offensively, you got to find ways to make it click. And the Rangers did just that. J.T. Miller, the captain, a hard-working goal, his 7th of the season at 17:31 from Adam Fox and Mika Zibanejad. That's J.T.'s third goal in 4 games, and that was an Adam Fox shot that deflected off a JT skate off the right post and in for the New York Rangers to get them on the board, and that was only the Blue Shirts' 7th shot on goal of the entire afternoon. Adam Fox extends his point streak to 6 consecutive games. He picks up his team-leading 23rd assist, and Mika Zibanejad now has points in 5 of the last 6, starting to add to that point total. Rangers, though, don't get out of that second period without committing an infraction, and believe it or not, it was Igor Shesterkin who gets called for interfering on Brandon Hagel at 19:41. So the Rangers will have 1 minute and 41 seconds of power play time for Tampa Bay that they will have to kill off to begin the third period. Shots on goal. In that middle frame, Tampa Bay outshoots the Rangers 15-6. And the Rangers with just 8 shots on goal for the first 40 minutes of regulation. Their season low in terms of shots on goal is 18, so that's something that could come into play here. But that goal at the end of the period, big for the home team. They cut the deficit back to 1 again, and certainly are in a much better position they would have been otherwise down 2, entering period number 3. Celebrate the holidays with 20% off Rangers gear. Score gifts for your loved ones this holiday season. Head to shop.msg.com/Rangers to wrap up the Rangers this holiday season. When we return for the Rangers' second intermission report, we'll hear from Mika Zibanejad. We'll also check out the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League. And New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never give up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. Fanatics experience.
Every unforgettable Rangers moment is built on passion, precision, and legacy. The same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that last forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From luxury jewelry to fine timepieces, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Dan Grasso back in the Rangers' second intermission report. 2-1 Lightning over the Blue Shirts after 2 periods of play. Brandon Hagel, his second of the season, 15th, or second of the game, 15th of the season at 8:57 of that second period from Kucherov and Radish. And then the Rangers got on the board courtesy of JT Miller's 7th of the year from Adam Fox and Mika Zibanejad at 17:31. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays, 6A to 7P. Subscribe right now. Stay locked in. ESPN New York is on YouTube. Mika Zibanejad picking up the secondary assist on the JT Miller goal. He's got 7 points in his last 6 games. And after that second period, he sat down with Michelle Gingras.
Mika, you guys get one back in the second period. What do you think of your team's play through the first 40 minutes?
I think we've gotten up to the level that we want to get to. We know we're capable of doing so. Shesty's done us a favor here to give us a chance to at least be still in the game going into the third. So just got to make the most of it.
Tampa's obviously a very good defensive team. I know it's hard to break through on that eventual goal. What were you guys trying to do there?
I mean, we get pucks in behind them. We get a little zone time. I think that's how we're going to create our chances. And obviously, we don't have a lot of shots on goal so far. So we just got to put a few more at the net and honestly simplify things a little bit.
Talk about simplifying things. You're on a big kill to start the third period. What else is the message for your team as you look to get back into this one?
Just continue. I think just like I said, getting those pucks behind them and really go to work and just play a little bit desperate hockey here in the third. Obviously, like you said, a big kill to start off with. So try to create some momentum for our team and go from there.
And that is Mika Zibanejad with Michelle Gingras. Busy Saturday on the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League. One other game is underway now, and the Avalanche with a 2-0 lead over the Canadiens late in the first period. Brock Nelson with both Colorado goals, number 7 and 8 on the season. Colorado 9-0-2 on home ice. They're 12-0-3 in their last 15, and remember, just the one regulation loss the entire season. Montreal, though, looking for a 4th straight win. They're 3 points shy of the Lightning for the top spot in the Atlantic. Coming up in about 15 minutes, it'll be the Oilers visiting the Kraken. Edmonton is winless in 4 of their last 5. Seattle winless in back-to-back games, and they're 3 up on Edmonton. Tonight, the Devils host Philadelphia. Jersey's won 3 in a row. They're 9-0-1 at home. Philadelphia 4 back of the Devils. They're looking for a 3rd straight win. Boston entertains Detroit in the matchup of original 6 teams. Detroit has lost 3 straight. Boston winless in 4 of 6. They've got a point edge on the Wings. Toronto will be in Pittsburgh to take on the Penguins. Pittsburgh has won back-to-back games. Toronto's winless in 8 of their last 10. They're just 2-7 on the road. Nashville entertains Winnipeg. The Predators have the fewest points in the NHL, despite the fact they've won 2 straight. Winnipeg trying to put the brakes on a 4-game skid. It'll be Utah visiting St. Louis. The Mammoth have lost 2 straight games. St. Louis 4 back of Utah. Minnesota entertains the Buffalo Sabres. The Wild with a NHL leading 7th consecutive victory, longest active streak. Buffalo, meantime, is last in the East. They're just 1-6-2 on the road. San Jose will be in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. Sharks are just a point back of Vegas, and the Knights winless in their last 4. Vancouver will be in L.A. to take on the Kings. Canucks winless in 7 of 9. L.A. is 2-4-3 at home. Once again, our score here is 2-1 Lightning over the New York Rangers. The Rangers Black Friday offer is here. Take advantage before it's too late. Use code NOFEES to unlock this offer through November the 30th. Head to NewYorkrangers.com/TIX. Time now for this day to New York Rangers history. On November the 29th, 1991, Brian Leetch began a franchise record 15-game assist streak by tallying 2 points, a goal and an assist in a 5-4 win against the Buffalo Sabres. Well, the Rangers once again getting some production from that top 6 as far as the forwards are concerned. The JT Miller goal to help cut the deficit in half and get to within 1 in this hockey game. Now, before they dropped the puck earlier this morning, Coach Mike Sullivan was asked what he's looking for in that top 6 and if we're any closer to seeing it all come to fruition.
Yeah, so we're looking for chemistry, we're looking for traction, consistency of play, all of those things, and when we get it, we'll stay with it. We've moved people around. You know, there's been people injured also. That's been part of it. JT was out for a period of time. Troach was out for a bunch of games. That changes the dynamic a lot, right? So, you know, ideally, we'd like to settle into some consistent combinations and then build, but we just haven't found a comfort level at this point where we see, the elements that I'm talking about, just, the chemistry and the consistency of play where those guys are controlling play on a consistent basis when they go over the boards.
The head coach, Mike Sullivan. So the Rangers, to begin this third period, will have the penalty kill out there. They have to kill off 1 minute and 41 seconds of power play time. Igor Shesterkin called for interfering with Brandon Hagel late in that second period. It's only Tampa Bay's second power play of the entire afternoon. Blue Shirts 2-7-1 this season when trailing after 2. Tampa Bay 10-1 when leading after 40 minutes of play. When this one goes final, we'll be right back here to wrap it up for you in the post-game show. But coming up next, we'll send it back to MSG. Alex Faust and Dave Starman, they've got the call with the Lightning leading the New York Rangers by a score of 2-1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next. Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
College football rivalry week continues in Knoxville as 19th-ranked Tennessee plays host to number 14 Vanderbilt. Sirius XM College Sports Radio has live play-by-play coverage right now, followed by the 90th Iron Bowl between Auburn and 10th-ranked Alabama. Your home for college football, College Sports Radio 84, and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports, wherever you are, your team plays here. Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Timo Solani is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Timo Solani breaks it. He scores! Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Timo Solani establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. Rangers trailing the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-1 as we get set for the third period of action. The Blue Shirts getting on the board to make it a 1-goal game. They'll have to kill off 1 minute and 42 seconds of a Tampa Bay power play on into this third period. See if they can get their game right, just grind their way to some kind of result here. Rangers looking for their 4th straight win. Tampa Bay looking for a 7th straight win. The Rangers, of course, who have struggled on home ice from the beginning of the season. Moments away from the third period of action when it's game time. It's Tully time. Third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. The original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. So, Dave, the grind game that we talked about, the Rangers have found at least a spark or at least a sliver of that game. Can they carry it over into the third after killing off this penalty?
I would say yes, because of the fact that at least they've established that they can do this in today's game. Tampa has proven they are the faster team. Tampa has proven that they can move the puck a bit quicker. Tampa has absolutely taken away the middle of the ice from them. I mean, they have not really gotten anything through the middle. But now you get into the situation where you start to play a little bit more with desperation versus urgency. And desperation is you basically start playing street hockey and hope you can create some confusion in Tampa's defensive alignment and sneak one through the front of the net.
So the power play carries over into the third. Tampa Bay wins the center ice faceoff, and they will skate from left to right. The Rangers defending the zone to our right. Gensel enters, stopped up at the line, stripped to the puck by Trocheck. Drop pass, Cooley, left wing, Cooley centers off the goaltender Johansson before it could reach Trocheck. Rangers with a good look short-handed. It'll be Oliver Bjorkstrand leave it in the far corner for Tampa Bay.
Good start, nice play as a little drop pass by Trocheck to Cooley, who drives wide and gets a good chance in front of the net.
It's Kucherov down the middle with Gensel on the return pass. Touch feed Kucherov over to the left side. Bjorkstrand feeds Radish, blue line. Now Kucherov down low to Gensel, looking to the back door. Shesterkin actively disrupting his goal crease before it could reach Paul. Touch pass Radish to Bjorkstrand. One-timer stick saved by Shesterkin. Bjorkstrand collects. Blue line, knocked the stick out of the hands of Borgen before it reached goal. He heads to the bench for a change. Shot left circle, kicked out by Shesterkin with the left pad. He sprawls on top of the puck and gets the whistle.
Scary moment there is as it came to the front of the net, Zibanejad had hit him in the skate and rolled towards the front of the net, and Shesterkin had to be very acrobatic on that last save. Puck just thrown right to the front, the stick of Zibanejad almost stuck through the wickets of Shesterkin, who closed them up, made a huge save.
Face off to Shesterkin's right, and the Rangers win it. Rifle it around the boards. Kucherov keeps right point. And now it's Soucy to feather it back behind. Schneider and Paul come together in the far corner. Lava launches it down ice. It out of his net to play with 15 seconds left on the Tampa Bay power play. Radish will leave it for Gensel to build speed from the back. Gensel through neutral ice. Drop pass. Kucherov flying in on right wing. 2 seconds and one. Berard out of the box. He was serving for Shesterkin. Played up the far boards by Tampa Bay. Chipped out of the zone by Radish. And now Paul on the reload for the Lightning. 2 minutes into the third. Rangers trailing 2-1. Kucherov leaves it. Dastu returns it. Kucherov, goal line, center, score! Nick Paul parked at the top of the blue paint, redirects it home from in close. And Tampa Bay has reestablished a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 Lightning.
Gavrikov was the defenseman in front of the net, and he came on the backside of Paul. Paul established really nice top of the paint presence with a stick down. Good centering pass coming from the low right wing corner to the front. Paul was able to tip it. Gavrikov couldn't recover quick enough to get his stick over Paul's stick to prevent Paul from putting the puck in front of the net. Tampa winning a couple of races, good entry, and as they've done all game, they make it look easy by getting a legit scoring chance, and they convert.
And Nikita Kucherov has assisted now on all 3 Tampa Bay goals. Another one of those classic Kucherov games who's piling up the points, coming off back-to-back Art Ross trophies. Tampa Bay leads 3-1. They are now up to 30 shots on goal. The Rangers still stuck in single digits. Jurgensen's rising wrist shot as he walks in, gloved by Shesterkin for a whistle.
Between periods, Mika Zibanejad talked about trying to create some things by playing more desperate. They were good in the penalty kill on that desperation side, and they actually had the green light flashing to go for some shorthanded goals. Once it got back to 5-on-5, Tampa once again reasserted its speed, and its speed has been a major factor in why shots are 31-8 right now.
Lead pass for Miller up on left wing. Lilleberg seals him to the wall. Puck sent around the boards. It's Jurgensen's to shield from the pinching Fox. And now Dastu bumped into by Lafreniere, whacking at the puck, unable to jar it free. Jurgensen's hard pass up the far wall. Fox keeps it from the half boards. Sent down low. Dastu to sneak it to the near wall. Ford swoops in. Locates Lilleberg on the reverse. And Tampa Bay has a way out. They'll stretch it ahead, and it's deflected deep by Jurgensen.
The other thing speed does is it forces forechecking teams to be a little bit more aware of their defensemen being back, because you don't want to get the home run pass behind you, which happened a couple of times. So it creates a very disjointed forecheck because it's so spread apart.
Brandon Hagel with 2 goals this afternoon. Cuts across to his right. Feathers a pass. Bottom of the left circle. Moser activates all the way down there. And it's returned to the near boards And jarred free by Panarin. They'll leave it for Cooley. Enters down the left side. Slots one back behind. Trocheck walks out. Goal line. Trocheck surveys, scans, curls, fires, blocked. Karams to the high slot where Hagel can skate with it, avoid the check of Panarin, and roll it ahead.
Loved how Soucy jumped in there. He was just above the hash marks when Trocheck took that shot. Trocheck came a little bit above the circles. That allowed Soucy to come down low, and the Rangers making a little bit of a push in the front of the net.
Here's Perard, wrist shot blocked by Santini. Laba to pick it up, far corner. Laba checked off the puck by Carlisle, then pins him to the back wall. Laba still able to stay strong on it, wins out. Tampa Bay, though, on a second look, will skate it out. And it's Santini to gain the red line. Bank it ahead, just in front of James. Rangers will counter. It's Laba turning the corner, tried to dump it in, knocked down out of midair by Santini defending his line. And we have a whistle here. Let's see. Puck was played with a high stick, and Steve Santini is wondering why that was whistled. 15:25 left in the third. Rangers trail the Lightning 3-1.
You know you're having a rough day when you're trying to chip a puck in for the red line, and you can't. And that's really been the story of the Rangers' day today. It's not to beat a dead horse. This team is just playing like a mentally and physically tired team after quite a grind leading into this weekend.
We talked about the effect of the holiday and all that. Home teams are sub 500 between the games played Wednesday and Friday across the NHL. So this is not a new phenomenon. We saw it yesterday in Boston. You mentioned it. Tampa Bay took care of Detroit on the road yesterday. Oedeberg in front of the penalty benches. Will turn, try to advance it up the near boards. Lafreniere gets in the way. Gord will play it off the wall, and Jurgensen dumps it in.
Flyers had a 3-0 lead on the Islanders early yesterday out in Elmont. Won that game in overtime.
Tough injury for Kyle Palmieri, right?
Yep.
And he got an assist on the goal. I mean, an unbelievably tough play as he was hobbling to the bench. Adam Fox intercepts a pass behind his own net and is unable to clear up the far boards. Zibanejad tied up by Dastu. Banked off the backboards. Holmberg will lug it up the near wall. Start a cycle with Gore. Try to turn down the wall. Fox checks him off the puck. Johnny Gord back with the Tampa Bay Lightning for a second stint. Of course, key to their 2 Stanley Cups, and then spent a little time in Seattle. Just signed a long contract extension in Tampa Bay. 6 years to be back with the Lightning. Rangers with the puck in the attacking zone. Panarin starts a cycle. Trocheck center. Soucy shot. Missed. Barely. Glove side. Morgan from the wall. Fires. Blocked by Darren Radish in front of his net. Radish tried to walk the puck up to the middle. Nearly coughed it back to the Rangers. But it's Gensel to skate up through center. Shouldered off by Soucy in open ice. And the Rangers can take possession back.
Dead angle shot. Cooley was in front of the net. It almost provided a second goaltender for Tampa Bay with where the shot came from.
Intercept from Gensel. Paul, right circle. Fires one on net. Parried down by Shesterkin and lifted out up the far boards by Cooley. And this will reach for an icing. 13.5 to go in the third period. Icing and a face-off back in the Rangers zone. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Madison Square Garden. Rangers trail the Lightning 3-1. Early stages of the third period, but the Rangers entered this period trailing only 2-1. Tampa Bay is restored a 2-goal lead. Pass from Kucherov to the point. Gets away from Lilleberg. Tampa Bay with possession. It's advanced by Kucherov. Tossed into the attacking zone. Rides the shelf of the dashboard. Fox, a hard hit near corner with Hagel. He's slow to get up. Adam Fox is doubled over in pain. He left his stick, and he is going to glide over to the Ranger bench. He and Brandon Hagel in a big-time collision. And Fox will immediately go to the Rangers' lead athletic trainer in Andy Hosler. And while he gets attention to the Ranger bench, and now will head down to the tunnel, presumably straight to the training room, we'll step aside. 12:57 to go, third period here at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers trailing the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their saving. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
It's Faust, Dave Starman here with you. The Rangers trail the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. That is bad enough. The greater concern is that of their Norris Trophy winning defenseman, Adam Fox, who went down the tunnel to the training room in obvious distress after a heavy, hard shoulder check from Brandon Hagel, who has 2 of the 3 Tampa Bay goals in this game.
At first, I thought that hit was late, and then when you see it on the replay, it is a picture perfect, just how you teach it. Finish check with the puck near the player through the hands.
Tampa Bay looking to break the puck out. It skirts away from Dominic James up the middle. Tossed back in by the Rangers. Around it goes. Bjorkstrand, I should say, rotates it back around. Moser, breakout pass for Radish. And he'll rifle the puck around the boards. James, checked by Borgen. Puck comes back to the near wall. Gensel. And a fend-off Lava slots it into the corner, nearly picked off. Gavrikov working in the corner, battling James. Rimmed around to the far side. Moser takes control, walks to the middle. Radish for Gensel. Wrist shot blocked by Berard. And the Rangers will clear.
Really good offensive shift for Tampa. They pin the Rangers in, get the puck moving around. Got the puck on the outside lanes, got the puck to the middle. Nice shot block by Berard towards the end. Berard's had a couple of good shot blocks in this game.
The Rangers are going to shake up their D pairs, obviously only playing with 5 defensemen right now. Yanni Gourde, back pass. Tampa Bay still controlling possession. That shot counter is gaudy. 34-8 in favor of Tampa Bay.
And the scoring chances right now, as for Sport Logic, at 23-5, Tampa.
Lilleberg, one-timer right point, missed wide, glove side. Karam's off the backboards. Jurgensen's rotates it around the wall. Lilleberg activates, turns away from the check of Lafreniere, slides it down low for Gourde behind the net, shielding from the oncoming Schneider. That'll be taken to the far corner wall now. Battle ensues. Jurgensen's goes low, wins out against Zibanejad. Played to the point, wrist shot Dastu, blocked. That hit Soucy. He's slow to get to his feet. Gourde now around the net. Gourde feathers it back to the point. Dastu, Tampa Bay just holding possession mercilessly. Turning, shooting his homer. Blocked again by Soucy from the right circle. Dastu waiting, blue line, drifts across. Touch pass Gourde for Lilleberg. Gourde left side across the seam for Jurgensen. He passed it back across the middle off a couple of sticks. Now Holmberg takes it to the near corner. Rangers dead tired with this extended shift in their own zone.
It's Soucy basically on one knee, 2 blocked shots and a blocked pass. What a shift for Soucy, who is at best 50%.
Rangers have changed off 4 out of 5. Lafreniere, the only man not to come off yet. Here's Kucherov, 3 points on the afternoon. Drifts to the near wall, slides it for Radish, blue line. Holding, passing across. Moser, left side, gathers, walks to the corner, connects with Hagel, turns, opens, looked to tuck it short side high, missed the net. Fans showing their displeasure with this extended stay in the defensive zone for the Rangers. Hagel, touch pass, aiming for Cirelli. Knocked away and moved up the near boards. Hagel unable to get it free. Finally, Panarin strips the puck, moves it back to the red line. Here's Radish right back in. Radish circles the net for Tampa Bay. Centers, Hagel healed it. Kucherov, loose puck blocked. Robertson got to that. And it'll be skated out by Panarin. Panarin, centering pass, swiped away from Cooley. And the Rangers unable to establish anything in the attacking zone. Gavrikov. Down the middle, chips it for Cooley, left wing corner, rims it around the boards. Radish turned around defensively for Tampa Bay as Carrick is battling in the near corner now against Bjorkstrand. Rangers looking to start a cycle. It's Cooley, Carrick, and Edstrom as a threesome. Nick Paul for Tampa Bay, checked along the backboards by Edstrom. Chipped up the far wall, kept by Schneider. Across Gavrikov, off the bench, it's Taylor Radish. And he'll dig it out of the corner. Feeding Gavrikov. A hard wrist shot. Missed thick side. Edstrom chips it into the corner to himself. 8.5 to go in the third period. Rangers trailing 3-1. Still single digits in terms of shots on goal. 33-8. Gonzalez bumped off the puck by Taylor Radish. Rangers trying to grind their way to get a scoring chance, and they will draw a penalty. Shesterkin to the bench for the extra attacker on a delayed call. Gavrikov to the center point. Schneider shot blocked by Paul. Whistle sounds. Holding is the penalty. Rangers to the power play. Desperately needed with the deficit now at 2.
Tampa Bay 93, Monroe County holding the stick.
Gage Gonzalez holding the stick will go off. The Rangers to the power play trailing 3-1 with 8:04 to go. We'll step aside. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. It's week 13 in the NFL, and we have a big matchup in the AFC when the Steelers host the Bills. And it's time to separate the pretenders from the contenders.
The mentality of the Denver Broncos. We do our job, we'll have a chance to get off the field at the end of the game or make a play. That's who we are.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Hockey 24/7 on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Connor Bedard. Nobody said last year was bad, but what we're seeing now, he's the dog on the bone. It was almost as if he had some cement in his skates last year, and he wasn't F1 ever. He's different. This has been different. He wasn't bad last year. He was good. Now he's great right now.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero Gordie Howe for most goals scored.
Gretzky scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky. Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 8:04 remaining. The Rangers down 3-1. They are on the power play.
It would not shock me if at some point with possession, the Rangers pull the goalie here and go 6-on-4.
Really?
I mean, like, you're talking about desperate times, desperate measures. This is a game where they haven't got a ton going. You're down 3-1 anyway. Got 8 minutes to go. Why not, right? I mean, this is one of those times where you talk about it and you say to yourself, we get possession. Do we want to pull the trigger here?
JT Miller on this face-off near dot to the right of Jonas Johansson.
We've seen it done on occasion. It's rare.
Face-off win for the Rangers. Panarin, saucer pass, jumps the stick of Zibanejad. He collects off the wall near side. Back to Panarin, blue line. Now Zibanejad, left circle. To Panarin up top. Panarin, stick handle, passing. Zibanejad walks out. guarded by Hagel. Fed down the wall, Trocheck near side, across Panarin, top of the slot, shot blocks Cirelli. Panarin gets it back, fires off the glove of the goaltender, then a second save on Miller creeping in. Bouncing puck swiped away by Hagel, and he'll go rink wide for the clear. Play with a high stick by Panarin. Rangers can't touch it, otherwise it'll be a whistle. Might as well do it now and stop the clock, and they will.
The problem is I think the face-off on a high stick like that, let's see, does it come all the way down or should it stay outside the blue line?
Should stay in the neutral zone.
All right, I'm thinking the NCAA rule. The NCAA, that would come all the way down. With the Rangers with a really good opportunity, Panarin snapped one and hit the tip of Johansson's glove, and Miller, who's been in front of the net quite a bit tonight, with a good second opportunity.
Rangers win the neutral zone face-off. And they'll control possession. Panarin, a back pass to Miller. Set play, rifles it up ahead, off the backboard, picked up by Trocheck, sliding it for Cooley, near corner. Miller and Trocheck engaged in a battle against Gergensons and Lilleberg. Puck comes free along the wall. Cooley tried to drag it out of there. Gergenson's second effort kept it alive for Tampa Bay. Now Lilleberg locates Moser behind the Ranger net, around and off the glove of Zibanejad, out of play.
Tampa
stayed out low.
Tampa, good feet there, and good battle low behind the net. Get sticks into sticks, and it's just been a really good fundamental game for Tampa. They haven't done anything outside the norm. It's not like they've reinvented the wheel. They've just played fast. They've played disciplined. They've played straight lines. Rangers are going to call a timeout here so they can give the big guns a little bit more of a rest to finish up this power play, which has 52 seconds left. So they'll use the first unit for the whole run. Remember, they don't have Adam Fox, who was hurt a little bit earlier. But for Tampa, this to me is just a game where they were faster, and just their fundamentals, their little things were really good.
I do think the shot counter is now selling the Rangers a short this point, a little smidge here. They should have at least one or two this period. It's showing an 8 in total, 0 for the period. But either way, that's bookkeeping.
Could be Carolina.
Well,
if you look at the net, you get credit for a shot on goal for the Hurricanes.
That's a different problem for a different day. Face off to the left of Johansson. It'll be Cirelli on the draw against Trocheck. 6:56 to go in the third. Rangers trailing 3-1. Another 52 seconds left on their power play. And out of the timeout, Cirelli wins the face-off. Tampa Bay clears. Panarin to wind it up. Panarin through center. Leaves it for Miller. Building speed from the back. His pass, Cooley did not expect it. Wound up behind him and dribbles all the way down for an icing.
Which is a little, it's very rare. You ever hear anybody in the NHL say, and he wasn't ready for it. Cooley was just not there for that pass. Miller came up ice. Cooley was in a great spot to receive a little chip and then deliver it back to Miller on a give and go at the neutral zone. And you're right, Cooley was just absolutely not prepared to receive it.
Face off D-zone now. Trocheck against Cirelli once again, and Trocheck wins it back. Rangers for the game are dominant on face-off, 63%. Trocheck has won 11 out of 16. Will Cooley carries it in, left wing shot off the chest of Johansson, rebounds Cirelli, smacks it off the far boards and down.
Good chance by Cooley and a good follow-up by Miller.
There's Panarin cutting in the middle on entry. Feeds it for Miller. Back across the Zibanejad. Left circle. Hard pass behind Trocheck as he was flying to get back to the blue line. Miller out in front on a loose puck. Put it wide. Tried to chip it home. Zibanejad near side. Penalty is up. Gonzalez out of the box. Zibanejad fires right on. Save. Johansson with a left pad. Play to the corner by Zibanejad. Cooley stashes it back behind. We're back to even strength. Under 6 minutes to go. Rangers trail by 2. Trocheck steers it to the line. Panarin down the boards. Jorgensen gets a stick to it to slow it down. Second effort. Fed to Cooley. Back behind. Wrapped up by Radich. Gord comes into the fray. Puck pops out to Panarin, and then it's swiped away from him.
Rangers forwards are dead tired. Panarin took him a little bit to get that teed up, and that could have been because he just didn't have any wind left.
Lead pass, Morgan. Brodzinski waiting at the attacking line. Turns the corner, follows it up in the right wing corner boards. And Lightning able to get to it. Flutters in the air. Santini sweeps it up the near wall. Lava puts one high and wide from the left circle. And it's jarred free in the far corner, allowing Kucherov to possess for Tampa Bay, lifted out by the Lightning. Robertson is on it, under 5 minutes to go. Rangers trailing 3-1.
Rangers in a stretch right now where they're playing some of the hottest teams in the NHL. You have Tampa here today and Dallas on the horizon.
Turnover, neutral zone. Edstrom coughed it up. Here comes Bjorkstrand. Shot saved and covered by Shesterkin with 4:37 to go. Hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Just over 4.5 remaining. Third period. Rangers need 2 to tie. They trail the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this time.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Rangers. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Rocco's in NoHo in Manhattan for a Sun Cruiser. Available during every game. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never give up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Engines rev, are you listening? It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Back here at the Garden, 4:37 remaining in the third. Lightning with a 3-1 lead over the Rangers. A game where the Rangers have just been flat-out dominated from the beginning.
This is almost one of those games where you just burn the tape and move on.
Yeah, there's nothing to gain from this.
No.
Gensel ties up with Gavrikov in the corner. Miller now ties up with Nick Paul and wins out. It's the third game in 4 nights. 9th game in a 15-day span.
And a lot of it on the road. Tough road trip through the holidays. Remember, this is not excuses. This is compressed. This is a compressed schedule result.
Every team's had to deal with it, some better than others. But for the Rangers, this is the start of a stretch of 5 of 7 here at home. And granted, I think the results here, as this clock ticks down under 4 minutes now, this game wouldn't raise any eyebrows if the Rangers hadn't struggled so much to begin the year at home. Shut out 5 times already at home.
Yep, absolutely 100% right.
Otherwise, this would be just an ordinary game number 27 against Tampa Bay, but they've only won 2 of their first 10 home games.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You're 7-2-1 at home when you have this game. Nobody thinks twice.
Nobody thinks twice. Soucy or Berard, and then on the flip side of that, Rangers have been great on the road, which has kept them afloat here. Those 2 games over 500. Brett Berard unable to field the puck off the backboards, spun around by Gergensen. And then from below the goal line, Brodzinski was being hauled down by Moser, still managed to get a shot on goal. Johansson fending off the bank attempt.
I'm thinking possession. With the line he wants out there, you got to get Igor out.
Under 3 minutes now, down by 2. Cirelli centers, Hagel on hat-trick watch. He has 2 of the 3 Tampa Bay goals this afternoon. Shesterkin out of his net to get to a puck, and he's going to the bench. Rangers have possession, they get it deep. Shesterkin now will complete his trip to the bench. And This puck will flutter out of play off a deflection from Tampa Bay. So that's exactly what the Rangers wanted to do. Get it deep, puck out of play. They do not have their timeout, bear in mind, because they called one on the power play earlier. So a 2:27 end zone faceoff to come. Rangers trail by 2.
And once you have used your timeout, pulled your goalie, you can't do the old Al Arbor trick where you want to buy a timeout. You just change goalies. You do it really slowly. And then on the next whistle, you just change them back.
Yeah. Face-off win for Trocheck. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Panarin shot blocked to the far corner. Lafreniere sweeps it along. Kucherov intercepts, rifles it out. And this will dribble all the way down for that icing.
Remember the first time Al did that, all of a sudden, here comes Billy Smith to the bench, and out comes Rolly Melanson, and everybody's like, what's going on here? And as that's happening, Rolly's adjusting his helmet, he's adjusting his gloves. I mean, it must have been a 3-minute preparation to get out there, and that was also back in the days when you could warm up the backup.
Right.
So I mean, that timeout lasted forever.
Hence, that rule change.
Yes. I mean, Bossy could have had a nap by the time that game started up again.
Miller wins the faceoff near dot. Panarin creeps in blue line to keep the zone. Cooley in the near corner, 1 against 2. A couple other Rangers join the fray. Puck comes free. Kucherov slides it to the line, not out. Panarin holds it. Passes, intercepted by Moser. Hagel, empty net waiting. Put it wide. As he was looking for the hat trick. Zibanejad whips it cross ice. Onto the tape of Lafreniere now. Flying in left wing. And his shot altered on the way by a back-checking Lilleberg. Winds up wide of the net. Cirelli knocked down by Zibanejad. Open ice. Kucherov now. Empty net. Bounces one wide himself. 1:35 to go. Rangers trailing by 2, but they have iced it. Trying for the hit-ahead through the neutral zone. And they'll take a defensive zone draw. Shesterkin will head back into his net.
The Rangers obviously have to win this draw, get out quick, get Shesterkin back out again, and see what they can manufacture as they try to get up ice. But this will be a game that, like you and I just talked about a moment ago, this is one of those ones, there's no reason to watch this back. You know what you're going to see when you do. You're probably going to see more things you didn't like that are a little bit misleading. This is one of those, you burn the tape and move on.
Tap as well, this Tampa Bay team undermanned, doing what they're doing. Rangers have the puck in their own zone. 1:20. Shesterkin wandering out of his net once again. And now Panarin will rifle it around the boards. Lafreniere is there. Rims it around to Cooley. Back for Lafreniere behind the net. Lafreniere avoids the check from Gord. Flips it to the point. Panarin winds, fires off a stick and wide. Jorgensen dumped to the ice by Trocheck in the far corner. Cooley emerges with it. Centers for Lafreniere. Top of the blue paint. Redirected it off Johansson. Lightning shoot it down ice. And again, they have iced it. 48.8 on the clock here. Rangers will have, we're talking about the schedule, mercifully, a couple days off here. The last time they had a practice on a non-travel day was about 2.5 weeks ago. So they will finally have a full day off tomorrow, a regular practice day on Monday, and then Tuesday night they will be in action against the Dallas Stars. Rangers win a faceoff in the attacking zone. It's held in by Panarin, left point. On the half walls of Zibanejad, back to Panarin. Wrist shot, redirected wide. 35 seconds. Jorgensen checks Lafreniere, kicks it along to Miller. Hard pass Panarin across the Zibanejad. One-timer missed glove side. And the caroms off the backboards out of the zone. 25 seconds. Panarin threads the needle. Miller lost it in his skates. Gensel will walk it ahead. Empty net waiting. And he'll stash it home with 17 seconds left for the 4th goal of the game for Tampa Bay. And that will put this game to bed. Jake Gensel, who has 14 on the season now. Brandon Hagel with 2 has 15. The 2 leading goal scorers for Tampa Bay hitting the score sheet here tonight. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will win their 7th game in a row. This is a team that started the season 1-4-2. But since October 25th, they have the most wins in the National Hockey League, even more than Colorado. They will get to 15-3 over their last 18 games. Without Point, Chernak, Hedman, and McDonough, they take care of the Rangers here on Garden Ice. Another home loss for the Blue Shirts. This will be their 9th, 8 of them in regulation. There's the final horn. The Lightning beat the Rangers 4-1 here at Madison Square Garden. Jonas Johansson didn't have to work very much, only faced 11 Rangers shots. Igor Shesterkin playing on back-to-back days for the first time this season. He did all he could. Couldn't ask for much more in his effort. Lightning poured 35 shots on goal. Shesterkin made 33 saves. 4-1 the final here at the Garden. Coming up next, Dan Grossa in our Hudson Square studios with the postgame show. We'll have highlights and reaction.